Welcome, everyone, to TJ and the Grumpy Old Man. We're back here for another live watch-along for the Oklahoma State Baylor Bears Big 12 championship game. I'm your host, TJ, and with me here, as always, is the Grumpy Old Man. They say there is no shame in his game because he is always the same.
That's me.
Grumpy, how are you this fine afternoon morning?
I got a lot of issues going on at my home as people who have, I see you're in a different.
I was about to say, Grumpy, I am traveling, so I am out. I'm out of the area, and oh man, we are going to have an issue with internet today. Gotta love it. Got to absolutely love it. Yeah, Grumpy, it seems like you are having some internet issues today, as per the usual. But yes, we are here. I'm on the road. I'm out of my normal broadcasting studio, so this might be a little different viewpoint for most. But Grump, big day today we're covering. A lot of college football implications on this. This is what we do usually is we go live every single Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and every single Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We just have a general sports podcast where we talk sports and shoot the shits with lots of fun. And I don't know, fun times with friends, Grumpy Old Man. And people enjoyed and liked the live stream the last time we did it. And so we're going to keep on doing them. It seems to be a market there for it. But Grump, now let me ask you, big game today, a lot of big games today. Oklahoma State against Baylor, Grump. I want to ask you, what are the keys to the game in your opinion so far, Grump?
It's going to be Oklahoma State's defense. That to me, that's the key. That's the key. Stopping the ground game of Baylor. And I honestly, I expect Oklahoma State to win today unless they come off a really emotional high, beating arch rival Oklahoma last week to get to this game. Baylor, even though they beat Oklahoma, who, let's be honest, they are my favorite college team. So a little bit unhappy that, Oklahoma State's playing Baylor, the two teams that beat the Sooners this year. But Baylor has a backup quarterback in.
You're talking about Blake Shapen, yes, because Jerry Bohannon is out injured, still with, I believe, that hamstring injury. And again, Baylor's not a predominant pass team. That being said, big loss. You know what I mean? When you do need to come up with a big play, when you do need to get, a first down on third and long, your starting quarterback's out, and a guy, in Blake Shapen who's got, this is his second career start. It's not something you want going into a Big 12 championship game. Right. But they'll be tested for certain. Both teams are more the, ground and pound physical style of football. But I think, if I'm giving, the edge to it, I think Oklahoma State, I think they got the clear advantage, right? Mostly relatively healthy, not missing a starting quarterback. And then on top of it, I think the defense for Oklahoma State's just it's going to stifle anything that Baylor is going to do on offense is what I think going into the game.
Right. So what do you do when you're a team that's predominantly run offense, right? You come out on first down and you throw a pass, right?
With a backup quarterback too. You come out, you throw a pass. Right as I'm saying that, they complete one off for about 25 some odd yards.
Right. And then, of course, they shoot themselves in the foot with a false start penalty. But, hey, it's college. What can I tell you?
Well, here's the odd thing, right? Suffers the hamstring injury. I mean, I don't know how bad he's injured or how badly he's banged up, but man, oh man, I'll tell you, he's over there dressed. I figure usually if you're not able to dress, if you're able to dress, you should be out there. But I guess because he's more of a mobile quarterback, since he's unable to move, they don't want to use him unless absolute worst case scenario.
Yeah, Shapen just got absolutely lit up on an option. Going back to Bohannon. But here's the thing, that play worked, right? They got themselves, I think, 10 yards on that play. Nice play. Oklahoma State's going to have to wake up a little bit. I know it's early. But that's what the Sooners have had to deal with all year. So let's see what happens. And another first down, nice pass.
What do you mean by that's what the Sooners have had to deal with all season?
Playing 12 o'clock afternoon games every week. And for them, it's 11 o'clock since they're the
Central Standard Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, Grum. But yeah, I'll tell you, it's going to be. I anticipate this is going to be one of those quicker games. They talk about quick games that are done, within the like 3 hour time mark, and other games that take multiple hours, 4.5 hours. We're not going to see a whole bunch of incomplete passes in this game, Grump.
Well, so far he's 2 for 2. He's taken a lick. He's certainly in the game. Blake Shapen, let's give him credit. No pass rush from Oklahoma State. Dumps off to the fullback who looks like a fullback. That's just all I'm
Grump,
going to say.
you're a little bit ahead of me, man, Grumpy. I want you. Can you slow it down a little bit on your stream, my friend? Even just like 10 seconds, just so we're about in the same spot.
Maybe you need to improve your internet. That's
I,
what I
I
think.
tell you, I'm on the road. I'm on the road this week, so I'm not usually in my studio. This is not where usually I broadcast from. Grump. Drew L saying hello. What's up, Drew? How are you?
Yo, Drew.
How are you, my friend? Yeah, Grumpy. If you even delay that 10 seconds, that would be
Yeah, here's
fantastic.
the thing. I'm not going to be behind you though. I
Okay.
love that much. I will tell you. And let me know when you get to it. You'll know what happens. You'll know what happens. You'll know what happens.
I just now got to the point where the fullback caught the ball out of the backfield. So when I told you you're
Oh,
gonna have to delay a little bit, I mean you're
okay.
actually gonna
So
have to
you're
delay.
talking like 40 seconds.
Okay, I need you to delay it, my friend, just a tiny bit for me. I assume he throws the interception or they fumble the football or have a catastrophic turnover.
Well, just
I'm
pay
still on
attention.
seconds.
Just pay attention so I can slow down my game to have you catch up. Instead of you actually having to get better, um, it's not my fault. You need to speed yourself up.
Ah, there it is, Grump. Let's see here.
So I mean,
Yeah, he fumbled the football. I'm sorry.
okay, good.
You
That's
can't
it.
fumble
So
the
I had to
ball.
slow it down. I have to slow my game down 5-10 minutes just so you can keep up. I understand.
Yeah, well, thanks, Grumpy. I told you I'm on the road. The internet's not great where I am. Usually I've got that 500 upload, 500 download. A little different. But man, oh man, Ebner, you cannot fumble the football there. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. You
That's
talk about a bad break for Baylor. You can't do that.
well,
Especially in a game where you starting quarterbacks out, you've got a drive you're establishing on the first opening drive. You've got momentum, you're moving the ball, and that happens. Man, oh man, I'm sorry. You just can't do that.
he just has to have better. I mean, just better recognition of where you are. Better. That's all on the running back. I didn't
You
think it
gotta
was
hold
a
on to the
fan.
ball tight.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
win that thing.
I don't think it was a fantastic play by the defense. He just that's inexcusable, honestly.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know. Now Oklahoma State's got the ball, right? So, and what do they come out? They're going to come out throwing. And what do you what? Oh, off the hands. Hey, you got to catch that. I don't know what the kid's complaining about. What is he looking at? You know what I would do? Bench. Go to the bench. Ball hit you right in the
He's
freaking
upset
hand.
that he dropped the football. I mean, it's a running back. Look at the number. Look at the build. He's a running back. He's definitely not a tight end.
Running
That's
no huddle.
green. Yeah, well, that's green, grumpy old man. That's that. Oh, well, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is a wide receiver. Again, this is one of the cool things. A wideout, 28 as a wideout. Doesn't catch the ball that often. Only 18 catches on a season, but
Oh,
you're still far ahead of me there, Grump. And he
I don't.
fumbles
It's
the
impossible
football.
for me to be far ahead of you.
Ah,
It's
Jesus
impossible.
Christ. Let me ask you this. I mean, are we gonna see a sloppy game of football today? That's
Well,
something that nobody wants to see is a sloppy game. And
here's
that's a QB draw. He goes out there, doesn't expect it, gets the ball stripped right off the bat. Oh man, oh man. Maybe we're gonna have a 3 and out here for Oklahoma State.
here's what you often see from these, and like I said, for these players, it's an 11 o'clock in the morning game, right? So I can understand why they come out being a little bit sloppy, honestly.
Tony Cheese saying talking router speed to Grump is like talking general American history to TJ.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know why he wastes his time, Tony. I mean, but all I know is I'm always ahead of him. He's always lagging behind in everything.
Grump, because I stream all the
My
games.
brain works about a minute and a half faster than yours as a former football player.
Oh,
Oh no, what can I process? I'm TJ.
That's it. That's it. I tell you, a good way to pick up the first down. But man, oh man, that's oof.
This guy looks like he was trying to fumble too. Ooh, nice headshot.
I was about well.
And he was a little
What
short.
what are they reviewing right now?
Maybe
Are
the
they just trying to
headshot,
see the spot of the
targeting.
ball?
Maybe targeting.
No,
He's
I don't
not
know.
down. He's
They're
not
they're
down.
trying to see the spot of the ball. He got the
Yeah.
first.
It
Yeah.
looked like a little
Hey,
target
that's
action to me.
you know what? They're just trying to make a tackle,
You
man.
know, I just like I said, this is a great day for college football, right? You got rivalry week, rivalry. I don't know why I can't say that word. Rivalry week last week, which is fantastic, and then championship Saturday. At least that's what I call it, because all the conference championships go on. And I just see in the bottom right-hand portion of the screen that useless Cincinnati team is going to be playing Houston at 4 o'clock today.
Let's be honest. I would like to see Houston, but I do not want to see Cincinnati, and I just don't want to see it. I'm sorry. I don't think they're. Here's the thing: is Oklahoma State the greatest team in the world? No. I mean, reality, right? Georgia's been pretty dominant all year this year.
Defensively.
Yeah, but here's the thing: I think quarterback play for Georgia has been mediocre, pedestrian at best, but still because their defense is so stout, it conceals all the other different issues they have regarding their football team. And I don't think Kirby Smart's a great big time football coach, but I tell you, the defense can really go ahead and conceal a lot of things.
Yeah. You ever see these guys who put like I don't even know why you're in a stadium like this that you need, the makeup, but this guy's got like some type of triangle thing that goes
Eye
from
black, eye black.
whatever. I mean, why doesn't he just spray paint his face? Because that's how much of that crap he's got on there, like from up here to the tip of the ears, down to his chin, up again to his nose. It's like, dude, what type of reflective glare are you trying to get rid of here as
I'll be honest. I'll
a
be
fullback?
honest. Yeah. I'll be honest. Yeah, I don't get that. I've never gotten the eye black, but some people do it. It's like they're putting their swag on, Grump. It's why people put wristbands, like a whole bunch of wristbands on their arms and stuff like that. You'll see some of the wide receivers, defensive backs. They'll have all those little wristbands, some on their biceps. Just go, come on, man. But they just want to look good. What can I say?
I mean,
That's what
no
it's all about.
pressure. So far, no pressure from Baylor. Quarterbacks able to step up when they do put a little bit of pressure on. I mean, Baylor, when you're the underdog, and let's be honest, Baylor's the underdog here.
Yeah.
Can't turn the ball over after a good drive like that, and you got to get them off the field at 3rd and 8. You just have to.
I don't disagree. Let me pull this up for us too, Grumps. So we've got this little visual aid. Let me make sure I've got this updated too. Okay. Boom. There we go, Grump. I forgot to do that last time for quite a bit. So I apologize for everybody who tuned in last time to the live stream, but we got it. And depending again, I'll be out and about. We might do something for those of you who do listen out. There's Never Say That podcast. We might throw something together late tonight, depending on what happens. Holy shit, they just gashed him in 27, trucked the Baylor. Oh my God, he trucked that defensive back. Are we about to watch, Grumpy Old Man, an Oregon Utah 2.0 game? Because I really hope not. Oh.
No, I don't think so. I think Baylor's come to play today. I mean, they turned the ball over. Ugh, my gosh, where's the flag? Nice catch, but there's got to be a
He
flag.
draped all over that wide receiver the entire way downfield. I don't get the no flag call. You know what would have happened if he didn't catch that ball? They would have thrown the flag. But it's like, I don't want to go ahead and pick that up.
That's a nice catch, though. Really nice catch.
Well, here's the thing. Okay. Fair enough. I didn't know if he held possession, maintained possession the whole time.
I don't like that play call.
I don't either. You've been gashing Baylor in between the tackles all game. The field gets condensed, just running in between the tackles.
Yeah, but I don't know if maybe the running back kicked it outside on his own. But it looked like he could have turned it up inside. He just chose not to and wound up, I guess, no gain there.
Jalen Warren.
Yeah, I mean, interesting. He's eyeballing his receivers. This is going to be a pass. Nope, my mistake. I don't.
He was eyeballing them there because they had to set it in motion first. So he wanted to make sure motion was completed. He set, and then he was able to hand the ball off.
See, I don't get that play, honestly. I mean, you're 2nd and 8. Now you're 3rd and 5? Or well, in college, it's 3rd and 6. You actually have to get to the yard marker.
Oh, Grumpy, I could tell that you haven't looked on screen for a while because it's already updated. They hit the field goal. Oh, man. I cannot believe
No, because you told me to slow down to keep up with you. You told me to slow down to keep up with you.
I know.
was up there. I'm a minute behind on my game. Like I said, I have to dumb down what I do just to keep you engaged.
I tell you, you know, I'm
I
very
think this
fortunate
kid,
that I'm very fortunate at my place. I've got great internet.
yeah, okay. No, here's the thing. It was the same thing last week. I predict this kid's going to hit this kick, though.
What
There you
makes you
go.
say that?
I
Because
found
the
it cheap.
screen.
There you go.
Because it says so on the screen with
No,
flash.
because I knew he was going to hit this one.
Oh, good
Mr.
grief,
Brown.
Grumpy.
They
Oh,
got some really pretty girls out in the Midwest, though.
yeah. Well, yeah. It's one of those flyover states, central United States or central U.S.
Yeah. You know, one thing I have a question about Oklahoma State's uniforms today. Are they trying to be Clemson Midwest?
What do you mean?
They look like the Clemson uniforms, just with an OSU on the side of the helmet.
They're always orange.
Yeah, but not like that. They're very Clemson-like.
Let me ask you this. Since we're at a commercial break right now, did you watch the Oregon-Utah game last night?
A little bit. It was over early.
Yikes. Mario Cristobal. You think he's headed to Miami?
No. They just offered him a contract extension, paying in the ballpark, whatever. They want to keep him. I don't know why. Oregon sucks. And here's the thing. They're never going to win another Pac-12 championship. Not with Lincoln Riley going USC.
I know you're just waiting on that, Grumpy old man. You're just waiting to go ahead and opine about how much you love Lincoln Riley.
I think he's a really good college coach. Really good.
I think he's a good recruiter. I think he's a good recruiter, a really, really bad big-time coach. A really bad big-time coach.
You're wrong as usual. That's okay. You're always wrong.
Okay. I want you to watch this. I want you to watch today's game. And again, not every matchup's the same. And when Oklahoma played Baylor in Waco, it was a home game for Baylor. But I just want you to watch about how porous this Baylor defense can be at times.
Okay. I'm not saying that Baylor's great. I think Oklahoma didn't have a quarterback this year. That was their problem. If they had a quarterback, they don't lose to Baylor, and they certainly don't lose to. Let me tell you something. I just want to say something about Oklahoma State, right? I think they travel with their officials because last week they got a couple of really fortuitous calls to beat Oklahoma. Now, that said, Oklahoma beat themselves. A kid in the last, 5-6 minutes of the game trying to field the punt inside his 5-yard line. I mean, you got three. Am I boring you? You have three.
You're boring me. What can I say? Go ahead.
You have three guys barreling down on him, and he decides to field a punt inside his 5. He muffs it. They recover, and they walk in. Oklahoma did nothing in the second half. They kept shooting themselves in the foot, but the referees, there were a couple of really blatant pass interference calls at the end that were just not called. That said, Oklahoma is not good enough to win a national championship this year. They did not pass the sniff test. Okay.
So this long monologue when I was asking you a question of, good. Continue.
I finished. They weren't good enough.
Here's the thing. You talk about how Oklahoma was unable to find a quarterback, unable to have a quarterback established. Whose fault is that?
Well,
Lincoln Riley. That's whose fault that is.
Well, okay. They brought the Rattler kid in. They thought he was going to be better than he was. He's turnover prone. They bring in
you understand Lincoln Riley's trying to actively bring him to USC. He still wants Spencer Rattler. So, do that with what you want. He's penciled in to transfer to USC. So again, whose fault is that? Lincoln Riley.
Okay, well maybe he'll turn around.
Royals Award, yeah, for the best assistant coach. You got Jeff Grimes for Baylor. Fair enough. I wonder how much of that offense really is hindered though by the backup being in.
Well, my whole thing is, since when do we have awards for assistant coaches now?
They've always had the Broyles Award. Always, always, always. I know maybe, Grumpy, maybe they don't win it at Oklahoma, the assistants don't, but, they always win that. Oh, did you hear as well? They say Brian Venables might be going to Oklahoma. The defensive coordinator for Clemson.
Well, they need to do something else. That's for certain.
I tell you, they need a big-time hire. people leaving left and right. That being said, back to action here, Grump. If you're Baylor, you've been able to move the ball kind of at will. Ideally, you need to come away with a touchdown here. And you can't go ahead and get in the red zone and fumble the ball away and piss down your leg.
I tell you what, this kid's a better passer than Bohannon is. That much I can tell you.
What makes you say that?
Because I've seen Bohannon play.
You muted yourself.
He throws a better ball.
Okay. Well, you're muted. You're muted, grumpy old man. Yes, I don't know what you're doing.
I'm fully aware I was muted. I had a phone call from my son, and I had to tell him I was podcasting.
You were okay. Well, you were talking, Grumpy, and I see your lips moving, and I wasn't sure if you're muted. But
well, how about? See, I can do that too. It's easy to fool an ex-football player.
Oh, there you go. I mean, they're definitely sitting in for the run. Look how many guys they've got in a box. They've got 8 guys in a box. And what does Baylor do? They say, all right, we're going to try to go ahead and beat you with the run. Jesus Christ. Here's the thing. You've got 8 guys in a box on freaking 3rd and 2. Man, Jesus. There might be more than 8 guys in a box. There might be 10 guys in a box if you count those safeties. They're close enough within a 5-yard split. But, man, oh, man. God almighty. Oh. You can't play scared. You cannot play afraid.
I don't think they're playing afraid.
Play the offense. Call the off. I'm talking about the offensive coordinator can't play afraid. Man, let Shaken throw the freaking football. Do not go ahead and say we got to prevent him from doing what we usually do.
You realize they run for 440 yards a game, right?
Not for 440 yards a game. Their total offense is 440 some odd
yards. But they're a run-based offense, right?
I get it. But dude,
so you think
they 10 guys in a box? Throw the ball.
Okay.
10 guys in a box. Throw the football.
Well, it's not like this kid he's a redshirt freshman. His second career start is going to be audibly out of plays. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
Jesus Christ. Man, oh man.
Are you a commercial yet?
Yeah, I'm a commercial, Grump.
Okay.
I'm at commercial.
Now, like I said, I slowed myself down for you. Now I'm going to have to pick it up.
No. What do you mean you have to pick up? You're still ahead of me.
How is that possible? I asked if you were commercial. I hadn't even got to commercial yet.
No, you're ahead of me because you keep it. It doesn't matter. It's bad listening when you start talking about that, Grump. Let me put it to you like this. So you saw Oregon. You don't think Cristobal is going to Miami. I think Miami would pay hand over fist for him. I really do. Miami, the U wants to be back to the U. You can pay players now. Remember, Mario Cristobal, the reason why he gets linked all the time is also because he played football at the University of Miami, and he also lived and grew up in Florida, in that Miami area. So, I feel like if there's one, legitimate, case for a guy to say, hey, I want to go back home and turn the U back into the powerhouse it was when I used to play for him, I think that's the guy.
I think that's just lazy reporting by you, of course.
How the fuck is that lazy reporting?
Why? Just because it's easy. Oh, hey, look, I looked at his media. I looked at the Oregon media guide. Look, he's from Miami. And he played for Miami. Oh, yeah. He has to want to go back there. Why would he leave Oregon?
Because they're going to pay him. Miami pays a lot better than Oregon does. Are you kidding?
They offered him a contract that's commensurate with what the guys are making this coaching cycle.
I'm going to let you know something. If he really wanted to, he can get paid just as much as the Brian Kellys did going.
He's never won anything.
It doesn't matter.
Not winning anything. He's never won anything.
Here's the thing. He's an excellent recruiter, and they're producing in Oregon despite what you saw on display yesterday. I'm telling you, I feel like Miami would overpay the hell out of him to bring him there. Miami wants to win in the worst freaking way possible. They will do anything they can to do that.
Maybe they should go back to paying players like they used to do in the.
Well, they could do that now.
Yeah, they could do it legally.
Okay.
So I mean, maybe they need to buy better players as opposed to a coach.
You gotta have a good recruiter to do that. But yeah, here's the thing: if you're a fantastic recruiter like Cristobal is, and you're going to be in Florida, and you've got all the best recruits in the nation lumped up really into a few areas, right? You got Florida, you've got California, you've got Texas, you got the Northeast. But if you've got Florida and you're a fantastic recruiter, you could really build something special in Miami. So I don't know. He might want to come back. Remember, that's his home. Oregon's not his home. I'll be interested to see what happens, though, Grump.
Well, like I said, I don't think he's any great shakes. He certainly. It sounds to me like he's scared of Lincoln Riley going to USC if he's looking to leave.
No,
A little
that's okay,
scared.
isn't it?
Little
Yeah.
scared of USC turning back into the powerhouse that it's always been.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see how that goes. I mean, we saw on display from Riley this year. It wasn't all that great.
Okay, and still they went what 10-2 and probably win a bowl 11-2. I mean, when your record is 11-2 every year, that's a success. I'm just going to tell you, that's a success.
Okay. Let's be honest.
Whoa!
You're seeing here with Oklahoma State. What are you on about? Grump.
Yeah.
What are you on about? You said, whoa.
Well, you'll see. It's a
Oh,
surprise.
dude, I can't have you 40, 50 seconds ahead of me.
Yeah, it wasn't 40, 50 seconds.
You're ridiculous, dude.
Let me
I'm
know
glad
when you
you
see
said
it.
whoa. But I tell you, Jesus. Let's see.
I mean,
Okay, he throws the pick. Yeah, you're a good 40. So thanks for being 40 seconds ahead of me, Grump. But yeah, you're a good solid 40 seconds ahead of me. Well, almost
okay.
a pick six. I mean, Jesus Christ. God almighty. You can't be making a throw. He freaking drops the arm and it goes sailing on him. How is Oklahoma State going to lose? By dumb freaking turnovers just like that. Dumb turnovers. What the hell was he trying to hit? Oh,
He stepped out.
yeah,
He
he did.
stepped
He
out
did
the
get it.
wrong way throughout the 10. Look, they're right in range to get themselves a field goal attempt if they run the ball 3 times.
Baylor's got to come away with the touchdown right here. They have got to come away with the touchdown.
No, as long as you come away with a field goal, you're okay.
Dude, you're getting the ball at the 11-yard line. If you can't punch it in and gain 11 yards for a touchdown, you have big issues. For a run-predominant team, if you can't score a touchdown from the 11-yard line, you've got issues.
You just said they stacked the box like that. They shouldn't even run the ball. That's what you just said.
Okay. And look
So
what
what
they
do they
did
come
right
out and
here.
do?
Look, hold on. Grump, it's all situational based. If you have a goal line set on, terrific, fine. They didn't have a goal line set out there for last third down. It's personnel, dude. Warzone senior citizen saying, I don't give a damn about sports from New Orleans. Only a bit of aisles. But I always tune in for TJ and the grumpy old man. Thanks, Warzone senior citizen. We might be going live perhaps later on this evening, depending on how things are, to cover the Islanders, depending on what happens tonight's game. But I'm out of town, so it might be tough to get everything up there. But
If the Islanders lose, I want to say that we're probably going to have to do an emergency podcast.
A state of the emergency podcast. Maybe that's what we'll name it. State of emergency podcast.
Even if it's like 11:30 or 12 at night. I mean, just for a little short amount of time.
I was about to say we'll do like an hour-long podcast, just going, oh my God, guys. We won't say anything either. Have you ever seen those YouTube videos, Grumpy, where it's like, oh, something crazy has happened. They just hem and haw. They don't actually ever say anything with substance. It's just like, oh, I can't believe this. This is insane. Look at that. Oh, look at that, Grump. When they stack everybody in the freaking box, run a play action and freaking it's crazy.
I'll tell you what,
it's crazy, isn't it? When they stack everybody in the box and they beat your ass on third down last time, what do? How do you make the adjustment as an offensive coordinator? You go ahead and show run, you get a play action, and you go ahead and pop it to a wide open tight end who sneaks out there. That's perfect play calling. Perfect.
Here's the thing. 25 bit inside. If he just covers that wide receiver / tight end, at probably a pick six the other way. They got pressure on him.
Why does he cover? Why does he do that though, Grumpy? He does that because he's expecting run. They're all sold in on, bought in on the run, man.
Well, the guy who was pressuring the quarterback, he wasn't sucked in by the run. He did a nice job. It was that kid 25, I think it was. He didn't do the job. And here's the thing. Let's give Shapen's taking some hits. Even on that play, he took another body shot.
Shapen's tough. I mean, I'm not saying he's good, but he's tough. And here's the other thing, too. I think do you know Jerry Bohannon? Is he a righty or lefty?
I don't remember. Honestly.
I'll have to pull it up because it seems like awkward movement to have a guy who's a right-handed quarterback roll out to the left And if he's going to have any pressure in his face, he's going to be throwing cross body to a guy. So I have to assume, without even looking at it, I'll pull it up. I have to assume Jerry Bohan is a lefty, but let me pull that up. That's one of those plays that's like, hey, we designed for our first string quarterback. And, we still have it in the playbook, but we forget that our guy is a righty. So we're just going to call that out there. But it still worked out for him.
He's a really good runner. Bohannon's a really good athlete and a really good runner. Very strong runner.
You have to assume he's coming back next year, right?
It's a weak quarterback draft this year, right?
It
really
is.
weak. You got the guy from Pittsburgh.
Pickett.
Yeah, you have him. I mean, I've seen him a couple times this year. He looks pretty good. Certainly improved over last year for certain, and the year before. So, I think he's probably your top-rated quarterback. It's not like last year when you had 5 quarterbacks go, in the first 15 picks. It's not like that this year.
Well, we'll talk about that too, and we'll talk about that too. Like when we get, I guess, we're through commercial break. Jerry Bohan is a right-handed quarterback, but I'm shocked that play call is something that they do, just because it's kind of wonky. But I guess it's the side of the field they're on. But I don't like a right-handed quarterback having a roll out to the left side, throw a cross body to score a touchdown. It works, but
they lead
it's
to
not
pick
something I feel
sixes.
comfortable with.
They lead to pick sixes if number 25 sticks with his man.
Well, he didn't. That's why.
If he would have,
if he doesn't. Well, here's the thing. If he does stick with his man, that's one where Shapen again is taking an absolute smack to the face, because he should hold on to that and just take a sack, just fall down, lose a few yards. You really have to hope that you're praying that Baylor bite, or that Oklahoma State bites on the run. Yeah, but Pickett made the decision, Grumpy, to come back. Remember, he was a senior, and he came back as a super senior because all these super seniors were given an additional year of eligibility with COVID. And Pittsburgh had a lot of those players that did that. Kenny Pickett was one of those guys. And you talk about a guy who was projected to be probably like a 5th or a 6th round pick as a quarterback in last year's draft, because the draft class is so weak and he really improved. He's penciled in across the boards to be a first round pick, probably top 10 pick in everybody's class. And you just think to yourself, 1 year can really do a lot for a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, but talk about a miserable championship game. Pittsburgh against Wake Forest. I mean, Pittsburgh sucks. I mean,
it's gonna be Wake Forest. Yeah, it's not. Here's the thing. This will probably be one of the closer ACC championship games than the ones we've had in the past. But you think about it, the ACC championship has been dominated by Clemson, and then the 1 or 2 years that Florida State had Winston. So, I mean, that you look at it, that's really been the only time that they've seen any type of competition, I'd argue, is this year. So hopefully for those going to that game, it's going to be, a back and forth game where it's going to be entertaining to watch. But the marquee game today, no doubt about it, is at the 4:00 time slot, Alabama against Georgia, Grump. That's the biggest game, no doubt.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Cincinnati against Houston.
Yeah, that's it. Warzone Senior Citizen saying, Grumpy Old Man and TJ make the Islanders total failure of a season entertaining.
Hey, that's what we're here for.
Was that, Grump?
That's what we're here for. Entertain.
And we're here for entertainment value with little kernels of truth every once in a while.
No, more than a few kernels of truth. We expand people's horizons, give them knowledge. We're a knowledge-based podcast.
Well, the funny thing is, too, you talk about it, people are still saying that, oh, no, the only reason the Islanders now are on a 9-game losing streak, just bad timing with a 13-game road trip and COVID. That's what I'm blaming everything on. I'm just kind of like, oh, man, I said, it's really convenient to have that ideology. Oh, wow. Spencer Sanders' numbers against Baylor this year have been hideous. 1 touchdown, 4 picks with a completion percentage of 55%. Wow. I did not know he had struggled so much against Baylor this season.
Yeah, but their running game is really good. And like I said, Baylor's moving the ball on them. Tim Rattay is the quarterback coach. I remember him as a failed NFL quarterback.
I couldn't tell you who that is, Grumpy. That's past my time period.
He used to be with the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers.
Well, here's the thing. The funny part about it is Sanders, right? The quarterback for Oklahoma State has thrown 8 interceptions this season, or 9 interceptions this season. 4 of them have come against Baylor, and this game is only just begun. This is the second time they faced off. Isn't that funny, though? Hey, he just really seems to have struggled against Baylor. Baylor, again, they must be giving him fits, that defense.
He's only just begun.
that was just a bad decision, the first interception. So, why the hell is Warren on the sidelines? Is there
Maybe,
something we don't know about? This is one of the few things about not being able to listen to volume of the games, which kind of blows me away. Why the hell is Warren on the sidelines again?
maybe because of that fumble.
Okay, I get it. He fumbled. He's your best. No, he didn't fumble the football, Grumpy. No, he didn't fumble that football. It was Richardson, the running back. Richardson fumbled it.
I can't keep track of who fumbled the ball. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, I think it was Richardson. Richardson. Because or maybe it was Warren who fumbled. Maybe it was a while ago, right? But I don't think it was Warren. But I have to go pull that back up.
Oh,
It's a grown.
Oh no. Let's say he's 1 for 1 and 5.
God almighty! What the? Eat the sack! Eat the sack, man! Holy shit! Eat the freaking sack! And just whoa, Johnny! You can't be making shitty decisions like that. What stops a team from making a college football playoffs? Because here's the thing: if you eat the sack, you live to fight another day. Instead, you say, "Whoa, pressure in my face! Time to just whip it."
I think he was trying to throw it out of bounds, but it just didn't work out that way.
He didn't try to throw that out of bounds, man. He did not. He looked like he was trying to put some touch on it.
I mean, think about it. Without the turnover,
Oklahoma State had been moving the football.
They moved the ball. Baylor's moved the ball. Why? I hate when the referees just start blowing the whistle.
Hold on, Grumpy. I gotta correct you from earlier. The guy who fumbled the ball was on Baylor's team. You're gonna kill me, Grump. You're gonna kill me. It was Ebner who fumbled the ball for Baylor, not Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State's thrown 2 picks.
Oh, okay. My bad. I'm sorry.
You're killing me, Grump. You're killing me.
Oh, no flag. They got the flag. I'll tell you what, though. One thing about college football that's really different from the pros, as everyone knows, is that the pass interference is only 15 yards. So if you're really beat, you might as well drag a guy down.
I was going to say, if you're beat and it looks like, oh, God almighty, I'm about 40 yards downfield, it looks like I'm beat, man, just tackle him, trip him up, do whatever you want. Take the 15 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like he's horse collar him there. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's pass interference.
And still the ball hits him in the hands. He's got to catch that.
Well,
that would have been a tough catch. But you much rather give up the 15 than the touchdown. That's for certain. I mean, let's be honest. Baylor has moved the ball pretty much at will also.
Really?
Yeah, really. Okay, except for I know they missed on that 3rd down, but they fumbled on their first drive where they drove it inside the 30. Then they got stopped, and then they had the touchdown.
I don't know, Grump.
I know it was 11 yards, but still, it was a touchdown.
Okay, no, they haven't moved the ball. They had the 3 and out come on the other way. Yeah,
they moved the ball on the first drive.
And here it is, right? This is a drive that seems to be augmented by penalties. A turnover gives them fortuitous position. You get a 15-yard pass interference and a 5-yard offside penalty. Yeah, so maybe Oklahoma State's moving the ball so well for both teams, Grump.
Is it too early to say that Notre Dame's going to be one of the Final 4 teams with the new coach? Is it too early to say that?
You want to talk about a complete shit show? Notre Dame's nonsense. I tell you, freaking Brian Kelly. Think about that. Could you imagine Brian Kelly leaves and they make it to the national championship game? How different everything would have been. Do you think Brian Kelly's like shit? Oh, my God. Jesus Christ.
Well, he lived to play another day.
Better than throwing a pick, but no, I'll tell you, man, Baylor has not been moving the football. The only thing that's going to keep Baylor in the game is bad mistakes by Oklahoma. Oh, my God, Oklahoma State. See, they ran the protection to the wrong side. The offensive line ran the protection to the left, like a Lucy call, and they had the blitz coming off the right, but the quarterback is staring to the right side of the field. I mean, that's you talk about a miscommunication between the offensive line and the quarterback. Quarterback screwed up, looks the wrong way, or calls the offensive line protection the wrong way and gets absolutely tattooed.
Is that Lucy Ricardo you're talking about?
Yeah, Lucy Ricardo. What a freaking pass. I'll be honest.
That kid can throw the ball.
I'll tell you, that's a bullet, and he hits him right in stride. That's a hell of a ball.
He can throw the ball. I'm impressed with this kid so far. And I tell you what, he's taken some punishment. He looks a little slight to me. Well, he's still
He does look skinny. He does look skinny.
But he can throw the ball.
That was a good. Think about that. That was a window where 16 the linebacker, outside linebacker there is if you throw that at all behind the receiver, that's picked off by number 16. He hits him in stride, and I mean, again, like that window of zone, you've got 3 different guys triangulating on that 1 point. That's a hell of a pass. Wow, I didn't know he was 7 for 7 with 80 yards and a touchdown.
6 different receivers, which is even more impressive.
Who-wee, Grump.
I mean, Baylor's looking good. End of the first quarter, 7-3, Oklahoma State. What was the one thing I thought that could beat Oklahoma State besides this guy throwing 100 interceptions? Was, maybe last week against Oklahoma was their championship game, so to speak.
Dude,
I mean, I can. If
you want to talk about mentally weak.
Okay, but if
you knew going in that you, no matter what, would either have to play. If Oklahoma State won, they would have to play Baylor. You knew you were playing a top 10 team. Really, you're trying to tell me they're not ready for the top 10 team? I know it's tough to play top 10 teams back-to-back weeks, but still.
But I mean, your biggest rival who you don't beat most every single week, every single year, you beat them. It's and particularly the way that they beat them. Maybe you kind of look past Baylor a little bit. You get your you're starting to read your press clippings. You're up to number 5. If you win and Alabama loses to Georgia, you're going to be in the Final Four. Maybe you kind of look past them a little bit, saying, "Oh yeah, we're going to make the college football playoffs."
Who the hell was it? You know what it reminds me of? If that were to happen, do you remember Kansas State when they had that 1 year where they were ranked they ranked number 2 in the nation? They were undefeated, and as soon as they hit the pinnacle of number 2 in the nation, they lost to some sorry ass team. And I'm talking about got obliterated by them. Who the hell was the quarterback during that time period? Some guy named Klein, I think.
Yeah, but see, that's when you're a team that's not used to winning. I could see how that happens. Honestly, you're not used to the press coming out to talk to you. Hey, they want to talk to some stupid offensive lineman because they're all dumb. So you want to talk to them, or you're not used to all that attention. I mean, I think that's very easily that can happen. Honestly, now Oklahoma State's a little bit better than that Kansas State team, but still, they could have looked past Baylor a little bit, and it's early. It's only first quarter. They're only down by 4. But that Oklahoma win was huge for them, just huge.
Be interesting, Grump. Be interesting stuff. It was 2012. That's when they lost to. Well, actually, they lost to Baylor. Maybe it wasn't a sorry ass team. They lost to Baylor that year.
Baylor's a giant killer. Baylor giant killers.
Baylor at the time period was 5-5 that year.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: Baylor's not going to the Final Four. That's not happening. Your pals at Notre Dame and Brian Kelly. The team formerly coached by Brian Kelly.
The Marcus Freeman squad.
Yeah. Well, he's going to be in the deep water right from the get-go.
Well, I don't think anybody has expectations if they make it in for him to win around. A new coach just being put there. You've got so much turmoil. I think, because Tommy Rees was put in as interim for a few days until they had Marcus Freeman put in. So it's going to be interesting too. You talk about Chip Kelly or Brian Kelly he was just a head coach. Sometimes you'll run into head coaches that are also coordinators, very rarely, but occasionally you'll see it every once in a while. But you've got a guy going from defensive coordinator now to head coach, and he was geared up to saying, all right, just a week ago, I was making all the play calls on the defensive side of the ball, and now my job is the head coach. Now we're throwing somebody in who has not made any play calls, as that is his main responsibility. I mean, Marcus Freeman can't say, okay, I'm going to be the head coach and I'm also going to go ahead and be the defensive coordinator. If he does, it's going to be for a 1 or 2 game stretch. It's just long-term. You just can't do it.
Yeah, they must really like him. I mean, I don't know how.
He seems to have support from the players. That's for certain.
Yeah.
But,
he's never been a head coach. Man, I'll tell you what.
Oh, baby, look at that. That's one of those. It's one of those design pick plays.
That's one of those
design pick plays. Number 0 does a good job on it. I hope they show the replay. 0 does a good job, and it leaves the wide receiver wide open. Chapin looks in the right direction. He's able to hit Estrada in stride for the touchdown. 0 right here. It's one of those design pick plays. Boop. It's exactly what it was. I knew it before they even showed the replay. I could just tell by how open he got. Got 1 foot in bounds. Hell of a catch by the wideout, too. Estrada.
that shape and
Yeah, I'll tell you, it looks grumpy old man. Like Shapen is playing like a man possessed. That is for certain. He has a hell of a job by him. He if you're a Baylor fan, you got to like what you've seen in Shapen so far. That is for certain, grumpy old man. And a field goes through the uprights. It is good. Mm-mm-mm. You're back, Grumpy. Nice to see you
yeah.
again.
Thank you.
Nice to
And
finally see you again. I was
look
just
at
saying,
Sanders.
Shapen's played well. Shapen's played well. Baylor fans have to be excited with what they're seeing in Shapen.
You look at Sanders. Looks like he's praying on the sideline. You know the best thing about the Brian Kelly situation? He's like some politicians who, when they travel down south, they figure that they have to develop southern accents to connect with the people.
Dude, yes. Did
Yeah.
you see that clip?
Yeah. Here's the thing. I would, first of all, I would never vote for someone who did that. Just be honest. But number two, what do you think about Brian Kelly doing that? It's like, dude, that's not you're from like Massachusetts, aren't you?
You're from the Northeast, and think about it, right? You were the head coach at Cincinnati for like 5 years back when they used to be back when Cincinnati used to be in the Big East. You used to be the head coach of Cincinnati. Then you were the head coach in the freaking for Notre Dame in Indiana for 12. Even if you had even like let's say you're born and raised in the Bayou, which he was not, and you were up there in Indianapolis, or you were up there in Indiana for Notre Dame. You guess what? After 12 years, that Southern accent is gone. I'll let you listen to it, Grump. It's insane. Listen to this. I tell you, everybody on social media is just absolutely. You talk about they're absolutely fortunate.
It was a poor Southern accent, also very poor.
Because he's only had one day of trying it, Grumpy.
Well, I guess so.
So I mean, come on now. If he's gonna fake his Southern accent, I don't know. It was awful, Grumpy. I'll show it. I'll share it up on screen. I'm talking about awful. One day in Louisiana, and this is what it sounds like.
Thank you. Well, this is a great way to get started. And I have fun all my game shots.
Yeah.
It's a great night to be a Tiger.
To be a Tiger.
Tiger.
And we are so excited
Tiger King.
to be in
I'm
the
a
big
Tiger
city
King.
of Louisiana, but more importantly, to be with you great fans and to be part of what is going to be an incredible ride here at Louisiana State University.
Louisiana State University. I'm surprised you didn't say down here in the Bayou country. I mean, you know what? Just be yourself, bro.
That's all I can say. Go Tigers. Go Tigers. Like it is wrong. Go Tigers.
Now I could see if he would have just kept it cool and then went go Tigers at the end. Okay. But
that would have been funny. I mean, like, oh, look at him.
Yeah.
He's trying to mesh in with us.
Oklahoma State right now is in trouble. They're in some serious trouble. They just 3 and out, running the ball. Baylor's fired up. Sanders looks. They won't let me throw the ball anymore because I keep on giving it to the other team. I don't know what to do. I'm lost.
They can't afford to be continuing to give the ball away.
Maybe I put on too much eye makeup. I don't know, but it's not conducive to putting up points right now. That said, this is kind of how it went last week against Oklahoma. They came back and they had a big second half. But we'll find out. I mean, I like the Shapen kid.
Here's the difference. You talked about Oklahoma. This kid Shapen seems to be playing. He's playing ball, man.
Yeah.
Shapen is really, again, if Shapen was struggling and they were getting everything like a fortuitous bounce here or there, okay, bad turnovers, so they get good field position. They've had those advantages. But if Shapen wasn't looking good, I understand it. He's been looking good. So I mean, that's gonna make it tough.
Shapen is a better quarterback than Caleb Williams.
Really?
Yes. I'm not saying a better athlete or runner, but a better quarterback. There's a difference. Williams really tunnels up on his wide receivers, and he's never seen a guy that he would, if he's looking at him, that he wouldn't throw to. That's why he throws a lot of interceptions.
Here's the other thing with Williams too. Remember, he played the high school he went to did not have any games his senior season of high school. So he played his junior year, his senior year of high school. All the high school football games were canceled, and the guy's a true freshman. So you talk about development wise, he's got a long way to go.
And they say that Chapin is the number one shortstop in Louisiana. He was like the number one shortstop prospect in Louisiana. I mean, he looks like a shortstop. They're gonna have to keep him upright.
I wonder if he plays baseball too for them.
I don't know. I
You
don't
see
know
a lot of
enough about it.
quarterbacks that are those dual athletes. Your Kyler Murray were in high or in college. You look at your Jameis Winstons. A lot of those players were those dual athletes.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, I've been impressed with this kid. Really have. And he throws a nice ball too. He really does. I wonder when the hype train starts for him. I guess it's starting today with us.
I'm about to say it's starting today with us, but here's the thing: if they beat Oklahoma State, and let me ask you this: if they beat Oklahoma State and they play well, does he
No.
make a claim for starting quarterback?
Why not?
Well,
Man,
no, you said no before I even had a chance to answer.
I thought you were going to say, is Baylor going to be in contention for a Final Four spot?
No, Grumpy. No, they got too much ground to make up.
Yeah, that's right. No,
They're
well,
ninth in the college football playoffs. Too much ground to make up, Grumpy.
Yeah, they got stopped there.
Well, again, Baylor could have a chance here. Here's the way that Baylor has a chance. Cincinnati loses, Alabama loses, and who's
Notre
eight?
Dame is getting in.
Okay, but if
Ohio
Alabama bumps out and Cincinnati bumps out and Oklahoma State would bump out.
Ohio State's number 7.
Do you think Ohio State, not even playing in their championship game, would have a chance? Like, seriously, Baylor could make the college football playoffs if they win today, if Alabama loses today, and Cincinnati loses. Has to be those three things because Notre Dame would make it in, and I think Baylor would have a better claim for the college football playoffs than Ohio State then, right?
Yeah, but Ohio State's a bigger name.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Ohio State, think about it.
That's how it works.
I know, but think about that. Ohio State loses, and again, the game was in the big house against the biggest rivalry we covered last week. A fantastic game, but I'm sorry. I look at it and I say, okay, they got the brakes beaten off them earlier on in the season by Oregon. I won't say the brakes beaten off. They lost at home to Oregon, and Oregon's not terrific. They're a very flawed team, and I'm sorry, you lose to Michigan last week. You don't even play for a conference championship. You can't. I'm sorry, you can't make it in. I think Baylor has more impressive wins than Ohio State does this year too, if that's the case. Would you not agree?
Yeah, I'll go with that. But name value means something. How else is Notre Dame even number 6?
Because everything was it was very indicative on Wisconsin. Wisconsin lost, and they're not even playing in their championship game. They lost, so now Iowa was going to be the representative. But yeah, Wisconsin, 4-loss Wisconsin team. They beat a 4-loss Wisconsin team at a neutral site game. That's their big win. You know what I mean?
That's my point. But they're number 6 because they're Notre Dame. And, of course, they had Brian Kelly as their head coach.
Well, Brian Kelly, he's been Brian Kelly.
Now they got Marcus Peterson.
But Marcus Freeman, I think. Is it Peterson or Freeman?
I think it's Peterson.
No.
Peterson. I'm not quite
Marcus
sure.
Freeman. Okay.
Freeman. Okay.
Whatever.
He hasn't done anything to make me remember his name yet. I find it funny. You listen to the pundits talk. Oh, of all these head coaching hires, who's the best one to succeed right away? And they're like,
well, you're talking about Booger McFarland. I saw this too. I was like, Jesus Christ, Booger McFarland. He's like, oh yeah, I saw a lot of these coaches that were hired. I think Freeman probably has the best chance to be successful. I'm like, Jesus Christ, the guy has been a defensive coordinator for Notre Dame for one season. Before that was with Cincinnati. Okay, might want to pump the brakes a little bit on a 35-year-old head coach.
Yeah, who's never been a head coach before.
Who has the chance to be most successful immediately? And that was just like, I'm not saying Freeman can't be successful, but immediately? Come on.
You don't even know if he's head coach material. And I'm not saying that he's not, but you don't know if he is because he's never been a head coach. It's different. It's different being a head man.
I'd agree.
Being the assistant is easy, real easy. Yeah. But being a head guy is different. You have to delegate more. You're not as much into the X's and O's. You do general schemes and what you want to have happen, but you can't be the guy who, he's not going to be out there calling the plays. Just not going to happen.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how that works out. But Notre Dame looks like they sure as hell could be finding their way into the college football playoff atmosphere.
Oklahoma State must be petrified of letting Sanders throw another ball.
I think so too.
They were loaded.
Here it is, right? Baylor just said, "Screw it, we're just going to stack everybody in the box as well. We're going to put." Well, I mean, think about it. They've got 6 stacked in the box. Okay, we're going to put 6 stacked in the box over here. Or I'm sorry, they've got 7 stacked in the box. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. If you're not going to let the kid throw the football, do you have anybody else that's a backup that could do the job?
Another run.
In order to move the football, you're going to have to throw it a little bit because you're going to have to go ahead and get the defense to respect the pass. If your quarterback's throwing, Warren's hurt? Or is he just off for the day? What the hell?
I don't know. All I know is
he was running okay there. He went to the locker room. They're going to try to get something to get him ready to play. Okay, so he's injured. Warren, the running back, is hurt.
2 runs, minus 2 yards on this drive, just like the last drive.
Think they should run the ball again.
Well, now I would. But, I mean, you should have thrown it on first down. That's what you should have done. Try to loosen up, get the kid back on the horse. I mean.
Jesus Christ, you about to throw another pick.
Okay, so now you're ahead of me. Okay.
No, Grumpy.
If you just throw and throw a pass, then you're ahead of me. I'm going to speed.
Okay, I'm slightly ahead of you. Yeah, sure. But, man, oh, man, I tell you. Jesus. On 3rd and 12, he throws to a wide receiver that's streaking down the field. That's double covered that has safety help over the top. I'm sorry. Here's the thing.
Why a bomb? Why a bomb? Why not get him feeling good about himself by throwing a couple of short passes, throwing a couple of screens or a slant or something like that? Why the bomb? I mean, I don't understand that. Sometimes these coaches, I don't know what they're thinking sometimes. The kid obviously looks shook. You look at him coming off the field, he looks like he's defeated. Now, here's the thing. If Baylor can score here, they could really kind of put this game away, right?
Yes, they're going to run away with this game. If they go up 21-3, the way Shapen's playing, that's all she wrote. Game's over.
Like, I think they should continue throwing the ball with him. I know they're a predominantly run-oriented team, but still, I mean, what do you think about these referees who like to wear tight shirts to show up their guns? What do you think about them?
I don't get it.
Your career is over.
They don't have like really, really loose fitting shirts, but I don't understand why everything is so super. Holy shit. Are you kidding me? What the hell?
I don't know what you're
Here's the referees. The referees are trying to do anything they can to keep Oklahoma State in the game. Did they really just give them a holy shit? What is this? Hold on.
It was a penalty against Oklahoma State.
Okay, gotcha. I'm trying to read what's happening, and I just see the replay over replay. I'm like, I had forgotten they had punted already. But geez,
Look at Sanders. He looks like, what the heck's going on here? We beat Oklahoma last week.
He looks shell-shocked. Jesus.
Like I said, what are they doing here with Shapen, right? Short little passes, right? 2nd and 5 now. Inside the 45-yard line. I mean, that's what you want. Just matriculate the ball down the field, as Hank Stram used to say. Just keep on pumping it in there, Lenny.
Good gracious.
I just,
Oh my God. This game's over.
Oh, okay.
This game is over.
I guess I'm really behind.
Well, no. I'm just saying this game's over. I'm looking at, the defensive line gets a little penetration on this play, but you see the running back. He lights the linebacker. He lights the middle linebacker, just hits him right in the face, and then starts dragging the safety as well with him. And you just think to yourself, like, holy shit, it took 3 or 4 guys, and you've got Baylor then piling in the offensive line and getting that extra push. Your defense, number one, can't be on the field all day, and you can't be throwing interceptions, giving them short fields like that. It's going to really tire you out. So if you're Oklahoma State, geez, I mean, you've got to.
And
I
the
don't.
Baylor,
Like seriously, Coach. I know Inglewood. I think is the guy, the backup for Oklahoma State, if I'm remembering that correctly. I'll pull it up. Okay, yeah.
the Baylor fans are into it. They're starting to believe. You're looking like, hey, yeah. You could just tell like they came in with no expectations, but now they're starting to make plays. It's like, yeah, I believe.
Well, shit, your defense is engulfing them anytime they run the football. You forced the kid to throw 2 picks, and you're running and passing the ball at will. Like, what are you gaining? Like 6-7 yards every single down? I mean, like, you have got to feel very, very confident if you're a Baylor fan. And here it is, right? You're just draining the time off the clock too.
Talk about it.
You could seriously drain another 4 minutes off this clock as well. You just think to yourself, man, oh man, Baylor just has a real chance to take a stranglehold on this game. And if you're Oklahoma State, if they score a touchdown here, which is like looking to be, what's going to occur, you have absolutely got to respond with a touchdown of your own before half ends.
I like this number 7 kid who's running the ball. He's like straight ahead. No dipsy doodling, no dancing. I'm going to run hard. That's what it looks like to me. No. 227 yards rushing per game, 8th in the FBS. I mean, talk about improvement from last year.
That's
right?
running back. That's the running back, Abram Smith.
Yeah, I mean, I like him.
A senior out of Texas.
Here's your nominee for assistant coach of the year.
Yeah, the Broyles Award.
Mr. Headset. Oh my gosh.
Nice play call. Nice play call.
I mean, think about that. You saw they were just everyone stacked at the line, goal line situation, and they just no penetration on the outside. What does he do? Little safety, no shot. Little corner, no shot. He's like, I'll try to go after you, Mr. I wonder what they're saying.
That's a hell of a stiff arm. That's a hell of a stiff arm right there on the edge.
Yep. You go away from
what I tell you, they're going to have a chance to get the clock down about 4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes. Just ticking. Time is going to be the enemy of Oklahoma State in the second half because
that's got to
be intentional grounding, right?
That's got to be grounded. Actually, that's a fumble. That was a lateral to me.
That was a lateral forward.
That ball went behind.
No, it did not.
That ball went behind him.
Let me see. I'm about to just see the replay here. I think that was a forward pass.
That ball looks like it went backwards.
How the hell does the ball go backwards as you're throwing it forwards?
Because of the way he was falling down. I think that's a turnover.
Yeah, I don't know. You've seen the replay, I assume?
No. Here's Mr. Muscles. They're just showing the replay now.
I think we're actually perfectly timed up. No, the ball went forward. But man, oh man, here we go. We're going to see.
They did give him grounding. I'm going to tell you what, that ball did not go forward.
Ball went forward.
Did not go forward.
Here's the thing. It's going to be, if they review that, it's going to be the call on the field stance. They're not going to have enough evidence to overturn that. That was shit, dude. Remember how we just talked beforehand about be smart,
throwing.
Freaking sack?
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. He's throwing the ball from the 20. Look at where the ball lands.
The ball leaves his hand at the 21-yard line. He starts the throwing motion, but the ball leaves his hand at the 21-yard line and hits on the 21-yard line.
If I had my slide rule out, you would see that ball went back.
They're even saying, because when I watch it on the stream, I watch with the closed caption. They say, where does the ball get released?
I know it's where that ball's out of his hand before the 21.
No, it's at the 21 exactly. The call on the field stands.
Well, here's the thing. They'll at least get grounding. Has to be ground.
Yeah.
They're check. They're checking on the field. Forward pass. They're checking. They're checking, boy.
They should be checking.
Look at Mr. Muscles. Mr. Muscles.
I don't get that. I don't get that either. Ugh.
Here's the thing. You said those shirts are tight. You know why? Want to know why they're tight? It's when you should wear a large or an extra large shirt and you wear a children's small. That's why they seem really tight. I'm surprised he's not doing the Ultimate Warrior thing by, tying straps around the top of his arms to get those biceps pumping.
Do you think it's written in the referees union that they have to, in order for us to go ahead and officiate games, we require that our uniform be tight shirts so we can show off our muscly guns? Is that what you think it is?
Here's what I think. They shouldn't look like 200-pound women wearing bikinis on the beach.
It's funny. I know a few refs.
Or to show that I'm not totally sexist, 300-pound guys wearing Speedos on the beach. It's just not a good look. This guy has a little bit around the waist. And, who am I to say, right? Here's the thing. I wouldn't be dressed in the shirt that tight. It's a little bit too tight.
Now, I want to get back to the point. So to talk about referees, if anybody's ever interested, I know a few referees who have ref professionally, ref in college, and you want to talk about, like, you always say, how the hell is this referee out here? Referees is the quintessential good old boys club.
Yep.
Like again, like that is exactly what it is. It's a whole bunch of guys, and they meet, and they're all, just imagine the same referees you see out there on Sundays. They're all like older men. They're all kind of like, have a hard time moving around. They all have probably poor eyesight. I've been to a few of those meetings. I once thought about being an official for a little bit of time. That's why I know these guys. And, the guys who are like, you get some guys who are pretty decent. They'll go, oh, okay, they're coaching in the SEC. And I tell you, they get paid well in the NFL too. I mean, they're getting like $17K a game. They're getting, pension plans, all this good stuff just for officiating. $17K every game. Could do a lot worse than that. John M. said Baylor is really surprising me during this game. And Auburn should look at this offensive coordinator there for them.
Well, he's up for running for assistant coach of the year.
The Broyles Award, Grump.
Yeah. I just want to say Brie Larson, she did a commercial where now she's let's see what they're saying. The play stands. You were right, play stands.
I figured you're a little bit ahead of me. But now here's the thing, John.
Wait a second.
Are you talking about to replace Brian Hansen, right? He's the head coach at Auburn. Brian Harsin. Okay, I knew I mispronounced the last name. But Brian Harsin, are you talking about to replace him as a head coach or as an offensive coordinator? But go ahead and Grump. You're talking about Brie Larson.
Brie Larson's doing, I don't know why they'd hire her as a spokesperson. She's driving a car, a Nissan, a truck, no less. She was a failed superhero as Captain Marvel. Talk about a piece of wood as an actress. And why? You couldn't find anyone else to sponsor your vehicle? Brie Larson? Look. She tried to kill.
I don't get any. I've never gotten the sponsors with vehicles and stuff like that. Again, it's like the same thing. Like, why would you have? Who the hell is Matthew McConaughey? I drove a Lincoln before. They paid me to drive a Lincoln, and I think to myself, I'm like, cool. Who gives a shit? I don't need to see an actor or an actress on a damn car commercial. Because
maybe I guess you're not familiar with how advertising works, right? Is that so? We just admit
I don't watch movies. I don't watch movies like that.
Okay, but you don't know how advertising works. Is that what you're trying to say now?
Shit, man. I understand how advertising works. But here's the thing. It's not like when I see Joe Namath pop up on the screen and goes, hey, back in the day, hey, I use Old Spice deodorant. Buy some Old Spice deodorant. I'm sorry. I've never really been influenced by stuff like that.
Holy cramoles.
What the hell type of dialect are you using, Grump?
I didn't curse. Holy shnikes.
I don't know what happened, but you're a little bit ahead of me. I assume he makes an outstanding catch. Holy shit. What a catch. Did he drag 2 feet bounce? Holy shit.
And he did wind up dragging 2 feet, too. That's an NFL touchdown.
What a freaking catch. What a catch. Warzone Senior Citizen saying, did Grumpy Old Man play any sports in the 1920s?
I did.
What was it? Badminton and tennis back when the wooden rackets were around?
Baseball. I was a very good baseball player. And football, I was not big enough to play football. Even though people were bigger back then.
Especially what a fantastic catch and what a throw! I'll tell you, what a if Oklahoma State doesn't march down the field and score a touchdown, goodbye, game's over. You have got if you are Oklahoma State, you have got to score a touchdown.
Yeah, that's kind of bad news for this podcast, though.
Well, yeah, it's not good for us, right? We threw our hat in the ring saying hopefully a Baylor Oklahoma State game was going to be worthwhile. The last game was good, right? It was 24, I think, to 14. It was back and forth, and this seems to be holy shit.
Yeah, jumped off sides. It's like,
oh man. John M saying, hi guys, been working, but always catch your podcast afterwards. You guys have really stepped it up. Great stuff. I appreciate it, John. He's also saying, what a throw.
It was great. I mean, he dropped it right in. Beautiful. I mean, if the defensive back turns around, it's another story, but still, what a play.
I'll tell you. And John saying go for 2 after this penalty.
You don't need to. I wouldn't want to give Oklahoma State any type of momentum right now. Hey, look, we stopped them on a 2-point conversion. No.
Yeah, they just threw the uprights and it's good. That's Shaping kid. If you're a Baylor fan, you got to be like, holy shit, we've got something in this Shaping kid. He could really throw.
Yeah, okay. Now, here's the thing. He's looked really good. But you know what? I've seen guys look good for one game in the past and then not turn out to be anything. But he does
like Cordell Jones.
Yeah. No, his name wasn't Cordell.
Cordell Jones.
Was it Cordell? I thought it was something. I thought it was pronounced
The
different.
guy from Ohio State. I can't remember.
I know who you're talking about.
I remember the story I'll never forget from him too is he went to the hospital to, he went to like St. Jude's Hospital, someone like were a terminally ill ward, and some kid wanted to play college football, NCAA with him. He said, "Oh yeah, I'll play with him," and he wound up beating him like 73-7. And he said the reason he did that was because he doesn't go half-assed in anything or some bullshit like that. I can't remember what it was. I was like, dude, you can't be beating the terminally ill kids, 27-0 or like 70-something-3. You can't be doing that, man.
True. It's a bad look. No, you got to know your room. Sorry.
Yeah, I tell you.
This commercial you always see with the tiger eating like an animal.
You're watching a different broadcast than I am.
Oh well.
I've got a commercial for maybe that's why our times keep on getting mixed up too. I think I'm watching a different feed than you.
All right. I don't know what this is. I don't know. Some of these commercials, they make no sense.
I'm watching I've got a Facebook portal, whatever that is. Oh, you know, like how they're changing did you hear they're changing Facebook to something called Metaverse?
No.
I know you don't use any social media.
Yeah, I'll just go with no.
This will make you happy, Grumpy. They're changing it up to where they're going to have it. They're going to have it to where it is. It's like a virtual reality. You put on a helmet and you sit there and you do shit, and then you're like, "Oh, my avatar who lives in this special fake digital world is now me." So I'm just like, "Yes, Grumpy, that is what it is. That is exactly what it is."
So now we want to totally leave real things in life and just sit there, maybe be hooked up to some type of IV, strapped to a bed, have them pump fluids into you and nutrients, and you just sit there and is that what they want? Look at me, I'm Mr. Avatar, like in the movie Avatar.
Dude, that when I hear that type of stuff, man, I go like, "Whoa, that's scary, man. It is scary to think of."
Ridiculous. Everyone's going to live in a little pod, like the Matrix movies too, right?
I tell you, it's yikes. Warzone Senior Citizen says, TJ, did you ever play hockey at Christopher Marley's outdoor skating rink near Roslyn?
Morley, Christopher Morley, not Marley.
I never lived in New York. Never.
Yeah.
So I visited. I have family up there. That's where my family's originally from. So that's why I became an Islander fan. But no, I never lived in New York.
Here they go. The All-State Playoff Predictor.
Oh, dude, are they going to have it to where they're going to have the young ladies and gentlemen at halftime with the Dr. Pepper challenge where they try to throw the footballs in the hole? Holy shit, that's awesome! I loved it. Yesterday I watched them, and nobody can throw a football. Well, you just watch them and just like pushing the football like this, and you're like, holy shit, you're 5 yards away. You're 5 yards away. Well, here it is. Chances for people to make the college football playoffs. I told you, Oklahoma State might not be out of it. All they have to do is beat Baylor today, have Cincinnati lose, and have Alabama lose.
Okay. So here's the thing. What did they do on this drive? Yes, they gave Sanders a nice, easy little swing pass to get his feet wet again. That's what they had to do. Again, why the bomb? Again with the freaking bomb. All right, nice back shoulder, but still – I mean, why that pass play? I mean, the kid's confidence.
You are well far ahead of me, Grumpy. But that's
again.
Fine.
I don't understand it.
Yes, because you keep fast forwarding, brother.
Not fast forwarding. Another bomb. How many bombs? That's got to be offensive pass interference. Honestly, that's offensive pass interference. No call. But again, bombs. Bomb down the left, bomb to the right. Bomb, 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 bomb.
They're trying to get some momentum. To be honest with you, they're trying to score, get a quick stop against Baylor, and try to score again.
That's offensive PI right there. I'm sorry.
Mm-mm. John M saying TJ could have caught that. No freaking way in hell. That was definitely offensive pass interference. There was no way in hell I ever would have caught something like that. You could have given me I don't know.
Got hands of stone.
You could have given me probably about 1,000 different chances and opportunities. I never would have come up with that catch, not a once.
Oh man, offensive lineman misses his block on number 5. That play was set up to work too. It really was.
John M saying here, I reffed in the AHL, IHL, and CHL in 96 through 2000 part-time. It was the good old boys club in hockey anyway. Made it far due to getting along well with everybody. I tell you, yeah.
That's the key. It is. And that's honestly, John knows that's a life lesson right there, boys and girls. Why? Because if you're personable and you get along with people, you're going to get opportunities. They're going to say, hey, am I going to give the grumpy old man who is a friend of everyone a job, or a lunkhead like TJ? The grumpy old man's going to get that job every time. You know it. Everyone knows it.
Oh, man. Let me put it to you like this, Grumpy. Do you think you can get a job with the cartel media, Grump? Do you think you'd be a good candidate for them? If you're like, hey, I'm looking to apply for a job, I play nice with the cartel media. Would you hire me, Arthur Staple, Andrew Gross, Newsday, Athletic? Would you hire me?
Only if they want ratings. They would hire
That's
me.
what they'd only looking for if you want rating?
Yeah.
Oh,
Here's the thing. I'm certainly more entertaining than what they put on TV now.
I will say that. No doubt about it. You were definitely more entertaining than what they put on TV today. There's no doubt.
I probably wouldn't last more than a couple of weeks. I'd say something they didn't like. I'd say, you know what, screw you. I'm going to say what I want. And they're like, bye-bye. Grumpy old man.
I would say a couple weeks, Grump.
I'd give myself a couple of weeks.
2 episodes, two airings, because the first one I think you'd be on your best behavior, and you kind of would start, to just be like, okay, I'm just gonna do what I want, kind of towards the end, and then on the second broadcast, you would get out there just being full blown Grump, and that's when they'd be like, no, this can't work.
Yeah.
Warzone Senior Citizen said, I didn't know that TJ wasn't a Yank. He just got even cooler. I appreciate it, Warzone. And then John M saying, oh, that's the SEC championship, the Dr. Pepper Scholarship Quarterback Challenge. They had it last night during the Utah-Oregon one, too. So I'm hoping they do it for every one of them.
I think they have it at all these championship games.
Dude, I'll be happy. I want to watch that, because it's always funny to watch people just like throw the football like this, and they're just like hitting it. Sometimes they're I don't get, I don't know how they hand choose who's going to throw for, the chance to get $100,000 scholarship. Is it like you write an essay or you do a video blog about, hey, I'm an English major and I do XYZ and I love and I want to give back to children? Like, how do they get selected for that?
They go, hey, I'm a girl.
So, no, they have sometimes guys do it. You know what's embarrassing?
I'd love to see a guy versus a
guy who can't throw a football at all. You're just like, not even a little bit, man.
Yeah, because his name is probably Poindexter. Anytime you're throwing a football like this, get off.
You see sometimes the guys do that too, where they'll throw like this. They're like, I'm going to reinvent the wheel. I see every single Sunday. I see every single Saturday. People are throwing overhand. They're throwing a football the way it should be. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to reinvent the wheel to increase my accuracy. I'm going to go pop, 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 pop. I'm like, throw the football the way it's meant to be thrown. It's going to be a lot easier on you.
It tells me they can't throw the ball, period. 5 yards? 5 yards? That hole is freaking huge.
How big is it, Grump?
Huge. Big, man. There's our boy Booger.
Jeez, Booger McFarland. Tony Cheese saying, I just wish TJ would just speed up instead of complaining about Grumpy.
Because
Tony, I need a yellow flag. I need the post to have the yellow flag. TJ, flag for complaining. Yellow flag, 10-yard penalty. Remains second down. John M saying, LOL, Grump. I just bought all the pops.
There you go.
There it is. Yeah, Booger
Okay, now it looks like Sanders starting to get a little bit healthy now.
healthy.
There you go. Coming up at halftime, the Dr. Pepper tuition giveaway. Yes, sir.
Dude, I love that. I love that. Here it is. That nice pass. You have got to, Sanders has got to reestablish some of that. Here we go, Grumpy. We don't have to worry about a blowout. It's going to be interesting the whole day. Good. Maybe it's going to be back and forth. Maybe it's going to be a quarterback battle.
See, you're the one who was saying it was going to be blowout. I said this was very similar to last week's game against Oklahoma. I don't think Oklahoma scored any points and say, oh my gosh. They're looking for please. That ball's not catchable. And Bray took a flop. He did a little flip, flop, fly. Don't care if I die move right there. Flip, flop, fly. I don't care if I die. Okay, look here. He's pushing off and he flops. I'm sorry. That's no penalty. That's a terrible call. That's a terrible call. All right. They're both hand checking a little bit. And he just, I play European soccer or South American soccer.
Yeah, he definitely did flop. But here's the thing: he was kind of That's you know what? I see a lot worse get let go. I mean, he did have the. Here's the thing: he has the outside shoulder, and that's what makes it visible. And as soon as he feels that, he's able to throw his hands up. But I've seen a lot worse not called before.
They were okay. Let me tell you something. Oklahoma State last week was mugging the Oklahoma guy in the backfield. Mugged him, dragged him down, no call. This guy does a little flip-flop fly, and he gets the call. I'm sorry.
Nice job, number 12, by breaking that pass up in the end zone. Hell of a job sticking with it, and hell of a job breaking up that pass.
Everything's a fly ball. There you go, number 1. Take another shot. Oh, he's always got my hands on. He always looking to fly. What's the matter? You don't have your officials from last week? They didn't travel with you this week? Is that what you're complaining about?
Yeah, John M saying sell job, complete sell job for certain it was.
Yeah, John's been spot on today.
Mm-hmm. And Tony Cheese throwing a flag on Grump for rapping. Yellow flag on Grump for rapping.
No. See, that's a different song. That was from Chicken Run. That was not the
hell is a Chicken Run, Grump?
It was a movie, man. Chicken Run. Mel Gibson played a voice, and I don't know who the other characters were.
Mel Gibson played in a movie called Chicken
Run. Oh, he throws it up again out of the end zone. Good job, Sanders. I got to do like the beatboxing.
Hold on. I see you've got a new microphone finally up for it. A hell of a job by Sanders somehow escaping the pocket. Yeah. It looked like a surefire. He was going to be sacked. A hell of a job escaping that. I like the new microphone you got popped up. Of course, I take a step down. I've got myself in somewhere else, Grump, and no longer in the studio because I'm on the road this week. And you finally got the microphone working, Grumpy. I love it.
Yeah, thanks to Dave Correa for that. Finally got, you want to know what happened? Seriously,
what happened, Grump?
This is what happened. I plugged it in, but I plugged it into the ear hole, the earphone plug, as opposed to the mic side. What can I tell you? I said, look, it's.
Hold on. You were giving me shit saying, oh, TJ, you got to come on to help me learn how to do this. And you were plugging it in you were plugging the speaker jack into the microphone jack. Or I'm sorry, you're plugging the headphone jack into the speaker jack, Grump.
Yeah, that's okay. Here's the thing. I don't pretend like I know those things. Like you like to pretend you know things. Here's the thing. You want to know why people like me? Some of them. Because you know what? I'm not perfect. And if I make a mistake or I just say it. I don't care.
I'll make sure to let everybody know on the Islanders Never Say Die podcast. I'll have to let them know. Honestly, God almighty. I'm just happy you got it up, Grump. Let's be honest. I'm just happy you got it up. Tony Cheese, he said, after review, no flag on the play. Chicken Run is nostalgic.
That was a good Mrs. Tweedy's pies, man. They were making those pies and, out of the chickens.
Oh, man, I tell you.
And it was kind of like
I go for a little chicken pot pie right about now.
It was kind of like a spoof on like a prisoner of war movie.
They had to settle for a field goal. What the hell?
That's right. They had to settle for a field goal.
I looked away for a second. I was looking at you laughing about you plugging it in the wrong spot, and I missed them hit a field goal.
Well, I'm just going to tell you, he hit it. So there you go. Now, does Baylor, can they score again before the half? That's the big one.
Why not? You've got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. You have 3 timeouts and a quarterback that's hot as a pistol.
And the thing, like chicken run, I want to get back to that. It was wow. Okay, real quick before I do, 14 for 14 ties a championship game record for consecutive starts, for consecutive completions to start a game. Nice job. But in Chicken Run, it was kind of based off The Great Escape, an old movie from, I want to say, the 60s. Steve McQueen was in it. And they even had the same type music. And they used claymation with chickens trying to escape from Tweety's farm, Mrs. Tweety, who turned them into freaking chicken pot pies.
I could go for a chicken pot pie, Grump. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm telling you, if you're Baylor, you can maybe get a quick strike, maybe put some more points up on the board.
Didn't I just say that?
Yeah, I'm echoing it, Grump. What's wrong with me agreeing with you? Do you want me to disagree with you on every point?
I don't know. I don't know why you think I need an echo. I don't need an echo. I don't need a hype guy like you.
Oh, good gracious, Grump. And we got here John M saying, I'd laugh like holy shit if the Notre Dame Fighting Irish get in and this coach get in and the coach took his bad accent to LSU.
With the Tigers. The Bayou Tigers, the Bengal Bayou Tigers. I'm Brian Kelly. I'm from Massachusetts. And I've been here for a week. Oh, well, actually, I've been here for 2 days, and I already picked up the language.
I'll tell you, Baylor's moving the ball at will. I think they have a chance to score another touchdown. This kid's 15 for 15 right now. 15 for 15. Seriously, if you're Oklahoma State and you're going in at halftime, what are they doing right here? Okay,
he's 15 for 15. That's what they're saying. 15 for 15.
Yes, 15 for 15. And the only thing I can think of, I don't even know what the hell you're doing at halftime. If a quarterback's going 15 for 15, like, we need to put pressure in his face. We need to do this differently. We need to do that differently. And you think to yourself, like, holy shit, the guy hasn't thrown an incomplete pass. You're literally just hoping he's going to cool off. You know what coaches do? They go in he's going to cool off. That, whatever the hell this number is, shaping, he's going to cool off. He's not going to stay he's not going to stay that hot. Our defense is going to come up with a stop. When they do, we're going to need our offense to come in and capitalize on every opportunity we have.
Yeah, he can't stay that hot. I mean, but that's what the coaches are doing. They go in there like 15 for 15. Really? Shaping?
I don't even think they know how many completions. They just feel like, man, it feels like this guy hasn't thrown an incomplete pass. Tony G saying Chicken Run and Wallace and Gromit was the shit.
Yeah, they were good. And they're showing here the most CFP bowl appearances. And it's the same teams every year. This year is going to be totally different. Totally different.
Oh, yeah.
And you were complaining about that early this year. You wanted to see different teams. This is the type that you want to see? Okay.
I want to – yes, I want to see something different. I want to see a Michigan. I want to see other teams that don't make it in. Screw it. Why not? I would love to see a Baylor or Oklahoma State. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Clemson. I don't want to see Alabama. I don't want to see Georgia. I don't want to see Ohio State. I don't want to see the same teams every year. No.
All right. I'm looking here, and the little assistant, a coach nominee,
the Royals Award.
I don't care what it's called. He's getting more run than the head coach of Baylor. He's on there every 2 seconds. Oh, look at the job he's doing.
You just mentioned about how great Oklahoma State's defense was in Baylor, and this kid Shapin, a redshirt freshman whose his second start is they're playing a fantastic football, man. They're slicing up a good defense. That's why he's getting so much press and run.
Yeah, I mean, their defense is good. Well, it wasn't good last week against Oklahoma in the first half, and it hasn't been in this first half, but it kind of is what it is.
Tony G is saying we should have a claymation halftime show. Grumpy, you want to get on that? How long will it take you to whip up about a little 15-minute claymation halftime show for us?
It'll probably take a little bit longer than the Scientology talk we had last week. Oh, he's 17 for 17. This guy is unconscious.
You know what it's like? It's like in college basketball when the little white guy comes off on the bench and they say, okay, buddy, we're down by 18 points. And he just lines up in a corner and he goes 13 for 13, 13 for 15, hitting like 10 threes and just, can't miss a shot.
This reminds me of Trevor Siemian playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers earlier in the year, the third string quarterback.
I tell you, you cannot avoid not talking about them. God Almighty.
Well, just a similar situation. Nice fake by the linebacker, number 20, bit hard. Maybe he should have spent more time studying film than putting on those little arm bandages on his little
No. It was a great job by the tight end. Watch the tight end.
Yeah, I
Dude,
know.
give the tight end credit. The tight end was going, he's strafing up to the side. Tight ends, when they're running routes, aren't strafing to the side looking to block a guy. And so he's starting to lower his shoulder, get ready to take a hit. And instead, he vacates and hits the empty spot, the weak spot of the zone, the soft spot of the zone.
17-17, most consecutive completions by a Big 12 quarterback, and I don't know how long because I was too busy letting you prattle on and on and on and on. I said it was a good play by the tight end, but here's the thing: why does that happen? Because the running game is so good. I mean, that's the reason why.
Yeah,
there's my boy Chapin. He's tucking it and he's running. They're in field goal range, and he's down inside the 20, inside the 30. At the 26-yard line. Uh-oh. Another Oklahoma State player laying down on the job. What's your problem, Sunshine?
I'm looking to see. I'm trying to see if I'm watching a different I'm watching a different telecast. I was trying to see, because I'm a little delayed than you. I was trying to see if I could pull up who it was. First time since 1953 that we've had a Big 12 quarterback go 17 for 17. It was Johnny Two Shoes way back in the day. I don't know. I was waiting to see if I could see it, but I wasn't able to. So let me ask you this: what the hell happened with that fumble, forward pass, whatever, intentional grounding? Does that not count as an incomplete pass, intentional grounding?
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Do you not remember the kid from Baylor had the intentional grounding penalty? Does that not count as a pass attempt?
No, because they accepted the penalty. If they accept the penalty, the play doesn't count.
But you get a loss of down, and then okay. I got you. I seriously wasn't sure if that counted as incomplete pass or not. You don't see a whole bunch of them.
No. Here's the fact that you played football and you don't realize that when a penalty is called, the play doesn't count for the most part. You didn't know that?
No. I didn't understand if it's okay. I wasn't sure if it was a dead ball. Okay, Grumpy.
No, it was certainly not a dead ball foul. That's not a dead ball foul.
Get off my case, Grump. What can I tell you?
Man, that kid dropped that right in. Number 0. You need to catch that.
John M. saying Auburn really needs this play calling and scheme. Well, Bo Nix is going to be returning back, so I feel like you got to be excited about Bo Nix returning back.
That's nice
to Auburn. That's a big guy coming back to you, and I think he can really help his draft stock out too.
Yeah, that's nice defense by 24. Now, of course, he was holding the guy's arm too. They easily, if it was Oklahoma State, that would have been a flag. That's for certain. That would have been a flag of pass interference. Not when they do it though.
It's funny how that works.
Pick up the first down.
Tony Shee's saying technically a sack? Question mark. I'm about to say, like, when it gets to the nuances of the rules, sometimes, I'm like, okay, I know what calls are, I know what should be called, but I don't know how it affects the stat sheet, Grump. Oh, holy shit. I tell you.
The kid, man.
Abram looks like he's got nothing. The front side, play side looks muddled up. He's patient. He finds the hole, and he hits it. A fantastic job by the back.
I believe it goes, how those work, or it's negative team yards as a penalty, but it does not count as a sack because it is a penalty. It's a spot foul and loss of down.
Well, that guy Chapin has just thrown. He doubled his incompletions on today in that one play, so he's been having such a tough time to this.
Well, he's had 3 straight incompletions now. I think it's time to bench him. This is what have you done for me lately league, and
he just threw 3 incomplete passes his last 3 attempts, so it's time for him to sit the bench and never come back out here on the field.
I mean, you have to be happy with what he's giving you this first half, honestly. I mean, I don't know. Couldn't have done any better.
I seriously think you cannot be more ecstatic about how he's performed. He has had a fantastic performance.
It's funny because they just showed Bohannon on the screen, and you look at him, and early on he was kind of geeked up, like, hey, no one was near him. He looked like, yeah, I'm ready to go in, coach. Now he's hanging out with his buds on the sideline. They're just yucking it up. He doesn't seem like, I know I'm not getting in today. I mean, he was emergency quarterback only. but it'd have to be a real emergency for this kid not to play anymore.
Exactly. John M saying, have Grumpy analyze the old motion board football game at halftime. All the players just vibrate. And move everywhere.
I had one of those. They just line them up, and you just plug it in, or maybe I think it was a battery game. I don't remember. But they just went, brrr, and you just see the guy. Oh, is he going to get a first down? Is he going to score a touchdown? It was kind of cool. That was before Madden. That was Madden before Madden.
Tell me more about this thing. What it used to look like, Grump?
It was like a little football field. It was metal. Oh no, he threw it out of bounds. Okay. It was just all metal, and you had all your men lined up, and you just plugged it in. You're on the running back, and you just plug it in or turn it on. I think it had to be a plug-in. I'm not quite sure. That could have been illegal contact down the field also. And the thing would just vibrate. There you go, right there. And just, and the guys would move. It's pretty cool.
John M said, I knew you'd have one, Grumpy. I knew you did.
I had one of those. It wasn't, I don't think it looked fancy like that, though. That's a really spiffy one.
Okay, gotcha. I just pulled the first one I could find over there, and I figured that's what you're talking about.
Oh, no good. No, misses the field goal. Looked like it was deflected. Uh-oh, give him a little life here right at halftime. Oklahoma State getting the ball to start the second half.
Now, it looked like, holy shit, he did miss that. Man, oh man. It looks like they mistimed it.
I think it was deflected.
It was. It looks like they mistimed it, too.
I mean,
yikes.
How do you let a guy come around the edge like that? I'll bet you he was offsides probably by 5 yards, but being those...
No! That bastard 89! Freaking fire off the ball. He didn't do shit. He just stood there. He let his guy unimpededly walk. 89, if you have a scholarship, goodbye. You cannot be that freaking mentally weak. He just stood there. His job is to extend himself, make himself wide where the guy has to run the bell. And he stands here like this, like he's not paying attention. He's like, oh, wait a second. I'm supposed to do that. And doesn't put it there.
Let me ask you a question.
Jesus.
Let me ask you a question.
Christ.
Let me ask you a question. Was Mike Gundy the guy who's doing the speech about the Halloween candy? Who was that earlier in the year?
That was Mike Leach.
Mike Leach. That's right. Okay.
Different Mikes. Mike Gundy was the guy who got in trouble. He's the guy who got in trouble because with Chubba what or Hubba Chubba or Chubba Wubba? What the hell is his name?
Chubba Hubbard.
Yeah, Chubba Hubbard.
Chuba Hubbard.
Chuba Hubbard? Okay. Chuba Hubbard. He was a guy who was wearing like an OAN shirt or something like that. America, or I don't know. Like, I don't even know what it stands for. Something American News, One American News, or something like that. And they did not like that he was wearing that shirt. He was the guy who got in hot water last year about that. It's funny how, hey, he was in hot water. Should they keep him as a head coach? And I'm sure if you go and ask anybody nationally, they're like, oh, man, he's fantastic. Look at him winning all these football games. He's a great coach.
That's the 24-hour news cycle for you.
Exactly, it is. I forgot that he has been the head coach at Oklahoma State since 2005.
Yeah. It's funny. Chuba Hubbard. When he was a kid, his name was Chubba Hubbard. it was. I think he just changed it because Chubba don't sound so
That's why I said Chubba. I said Chubba Hubbard. I said it sounds easy enough for me to pronounce.
But they call I think it's pronounced Chuba Hubbard. Whenever you hear, they call him Chuba. And I'm just saying, as a kid, they will call, he's probably a little heavy, and they probably called him Chubba Hubbard. That's what it is. That's what kids do. Hey, yo, Chubba. Chubba Hubbard. I'm just going to tell you that's what it was.
I'll tell you, people, and when they announce his names, like at high school games, Chubba Hubbard, just easy. It rolls off the tongue. The announcer, unless he was the home team, they're just like, oh, yeah, Chubba Hubbard with the carry. Good job.
Honestly, that it is spelled Chubba. If it was like Chuba, then you could say maybe Chuba, but the two B's makes that a soft U sound. So it is Chubba.
Okay, well, I'll just call him Chubb. I don't care what he wants to be called then, because you've given me the phonetic breakdown. Hodaz said, looks like a vibration version of an air hockey table. LOL, NFL chess.
Not even that good. It wasn't even that good.
Yeah, I tell you. And then John M. saying, bad line play gets TJ so excited. It does. Well, it gets me angry excited.
Really dude, I keep on telling you, nobody wants to hear. Well, Maybe,
You know what? It's because of dumb shit like what that guy just did that cost him 3 points on the board, man.
It just, I mean, it's just that. I mean, maybe when you get angry, people enjoy it, but it kind of is what it is. I mean, it's not really exciting.
It must have been hard growing up with a name like Grumpy Old Man.
Very good, Tony.
Good gracious.
He's been saving that one.
We're not getting political or anything like that on the show, but just pop up your point because you made a point, or you made a comment on it. But yeah, I don't get political on the show, but yeah, it must have been tough growing up with a name like the Grumpy Old Man.
Very difficult, especially when I was young.
Yeah, what did they used to call you when you were young, Grumpy? Then, what did they used to call you when you were young? Then, if you had the name, what was the abbreviation? What did they pick on you? What did they say when you were called? Because your name was the Grumpy Old Man. What did they used to call you when you were young?
Let me tell you something. Kids were mean back then. I don't know what they're like now, but man, they were mean. My brother and sister were meanish. They used to, and I was the oldest man, but they would be mean as shit.
What did they do? What did they tease you with? What did they say, Grumpy?
They know that I hated my middle name, so they took my middle name and they turned it into
so old. So what did they used to say about old, Grumpy?
It would be like calling me Oldette, because they make it a woman's name because it drives me crazy, right? So they just do that. So what I have to do, I had to punch him in the head.
Oh,
that shut him up.
Looky there. And I don't know if you're seeing the the resume comparison. I'm telling you, if Baylor wins, shit, they're just too far behind. Baylor has some impressive wins this season. John M. saying the grumpy young man.
I was probably the angry young man. Actually, I was a jokester when I was younger.
Tell me more, Grump. That doesn't shock me at all.
I just told you. I was a jokester. I'm not going to do a stand-up routine for you at halftime. I'll save that.
Hey, man, I'm waiting for the claymation, Grump, okay?
I'll save that. I will save that for something, a bigger game than this.
Oh, good gracious. I love how they're trying to hype up the Cincinnati-Houston game. Oh, this could be a pretty good game, guys. Think about it. Houston's done really well against quarterbacks in the AAC, the American Coast, or whatever the hell. What does the AAC stand for? It's something like the All-American Conference or something like that. The American Conference. Who the hell knows?
All asshole conference. I don't know. Here's the thing. The team's not good enough to get into real conferences. That's what they should call it. The second tier.
I just pulled up AAC abbreviation. I got augmentative and alternative communication. Whatever the hell that is.
I don't think that's it.
No, I don't think so either.
Look at these goofs all sitting here. The College Football Playoff Committee. Come on, give me a break.
The American Athletic Conference.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I thought.
I cannot wait because I want to use the bathroom, Grump. I got to go for my ritual bathroom during the show break, but I want to see the Dr. Pepper challenge. I do not want to miss out on that, Grump. And I implore you, please. Oh, you're gonna ruin it for me because I'm behind. Damn it. That's fine.
Oh, maybe I'll speed it up. I can see what's going on. Well, let's make a bet on who's going to win.
Yeah, you'll make a bet. You'll make a bet like halfway through, right? Because you'll know the winner by then.
Of course. If I'm making a bet, I'm winning. No matter what.
Oh man, grumpy.
Yeah, TJ, you got a long time without going to the bathroom.
I'm about to say an hour and 43 minutes is tough for me.
This is highly unusual for you.
I know. It is.
When you're at work, do you have to have like a little bottle under your desk?
If I'm at work, I'm going probably to the bathroom probably like 4 or 5 times a day.
Oh my God. Really?
I drink a lot of water, man. Got to stay hydrated.
And you only work like 2 hours a day, right? Isn't that how it works? You got to go to the bathroom 4 or 5 times?
Yeah, I probably work like 30 minutes a day. Everything else is just kind of me twiddling my thumbs. So
I understand.
Tony G said, if you shake it more than once, TJ, you're just playing with yourself. What is
true.
that? What movie is that from?
That was from Heartbreak. I don't know if it was from Heartbreak Ridge or not, but it's something I could see Clint Eastwood saying for certain.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood. I haven't watched a Clint Eastwood movie in a long. Dude, Clint Eastwood is looking old as hell. He's looking old.
Okay, you want to know why? Because he's 91. Because he is old as hell.
Oh, he's 90 years old.
91. Matter of fact, he has the same within a couple days of the same birthday as my dad.
Really?
Yep. Year and everything. Same year.
Man, oh man, Clint Eastwood. A lot of classic films, a lot of classics for certain.
Yeah.
He was he in the Dirty Harry movies, right?
He was Dirty Harry.
Ah, there it is. Okay, look at me. I know. Oh, look, I know my films. What can I say, Grump?
He played Rowdy Gaines or Rowdy Gates in Rawhide, and then he did spaghetti westerns for Sergio Leone. They called The Man with No Name trilogy. The first one was A Fistful of Dollars. The next one was a few more dollars, and the third one was The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And then he took off with the Dirty Harry movies. And then he became, really acclaimed filmmaker later in his career with Unforgiving, $1 Million Baby, Mystic River, just some good stuff. Gran Torino. His last movie, Cry Macho. No, he's too old for those roles anymore. But
91 years old, you should just be relaxing here, man.
Well, maybe that is relaxing for him.
Okay, fair enough, I guess. Baylor, I'm kind of shocked about Grump. Baylor doesn't really have such a great recruiting class so far this season. I mean, like they've had a really good year too, and you figure they'd be able to build off of that. Coaching staff is all pretty much staying the same. Let me ask you this: we've been getting distracted. What do you think about tonight's in this afternoon's upcoming games? Right, we've got right after this one, we've got Alabama against Georgia. Who do you have in that one, Grump?
I'm going to pick Georgia. I know Alabama's won a bunch of games in a row. Matter of fact, here it is posted up 15 straight wins in Atlanta. That's a lot of wins. But I'm going to go with Georgia in this. I just think it's Georgia's year. And I don't mind seeing Alabama drop. You look at Alabama probably have 2 losses and somehow still make it into the Final Four somehow. But if they lose and Oklahoma State loses, you're going to watch Notre Dame in the final. That's what's going to happen.
Freaking Notre Dame.
And then you have, what are some of the championship games today? You have.
Well, hold on. So I want to get back to it, right? I don't want you to deviate away. I want to talk about each game by game.
Okay.
I don't know, Grump. I'm thinking Alabama. I'm thinking Alabama's pulling off a victory today. Here's the thing. Georgia's played well, but look at the teams Georgia's played this year. Have you actually looked at their schedule?
Yeah, I mean, they're really good defensively, though. Really, really good. Outstanding defensively.
Okay. I'm not saying they're not, but they have had a cupcake walk. And when I say cupcake walk, I mean freaking cupcake walk. They played Clemson, right? They played Clemson first game of the year, neutral site game. They beat them by 7. Clemson is a team this year. If they were the Clemson of last year, yeah, that'd be a really impressive win.
They got better by the end. They got better by the end of the year.
DJ Uiagalelei has gotten better towards the end of the year, but still, think about it. At the beginning of the year,
Clemson has gotten better too.
That's what I'm saying. Clemson gotten better by the end of the year. I'm just saying that was not. Clemson's an okay team, right? They're a top 25 team, but they're not the Clemson of old. You've got UAB, University of Alabama, Birmingham. Not an impressive win. Okay, you beat the hell off a bad team. You beat the hell out of South Carolina. Again, not an impressive win. You beat the miserable Vanderbilt team, Vanderbilt Commodores. Not a great win. You did beat the hell out of Arkansas. And Arkansas, again, has been a pretty decent squad this year. What are they, like 8-4? That's a good win. That's a good win, no doubt about it. They beat Auburn. Auburn's had a lot of ups and downs this year, unfortunately. They beat Kentucky. Kentucky's ranked 25th right now at the nation. They beat Florida. Florida's bad. They beat Missouri. Missouri's bad. They beat Tennessee. Tennessee's Charleston Southern and Georgia Tech. They really haven't been tested with a top tier team, I don't think, yet this season.
But you can only play who's on your schedule. And here's the thing: every team, with the exception of Vanderbilt, is bowl eligible out of the SEC. Think about that.
Okay, bowl eligible. But look at the difference in the scheduling here. Alabama, look who they've played and beaten. Miami's not great. They're bowl eligible too. They're not great. Mercer's garbage, whatever. They beat Florida. Florida's garbage. Southern Miss, nothing. They beat Old Miss. They beat Old Miss. Top 10 Old Miss.
Okay.
The team they lost to was away at Texas A&M. Top 25 team, Texas A&M.
They're not top 25. How many losses they have? 4?
They're 24th in the nation. Yeah, but yeah. And again, like they played teams close, right? They played Arkansas. I think Arkansas is a good win. They played Arkansas. And they beat Arkansas by 7 in a shootout. Auburn about had them. That was a hell of a rivalry game. I was hoping Auburn was going to upset them, but man, oh man, just that 2-point conversion towards the end was what cost them. But I mean, they beat LSU. LSU
is not that good either.
LSU upset and beat Texas A&M not too long ago. I'm just saying, if you look at, okay, they've beaten and played Ole Miss. This is a big game. I think if you're looking at schedule toughness, who's played the tougher schedule? I think Alabama's played the tougher schedule.
They're the same. They're virtually
Alabama's beaten the top 10 team, Ole Miss, and the toughest team that Georgia has beaten is ranked number 23 Arkansas or 22 Clemson. Okay, they beat a few top 25 teams a hand, but you got a top 10 team thrown in there against Alabama. I'm just saying, don't be shocked if Alabama beats Georgia. Kirby Smart is not a big game coach.
All right, I need to stop you right now because
Big 10 challenge. Oh, here it is, the Big 12, the Big 12 challenge, Grump.
You got Miss Braces over here,
Olivia from Colorado State University. Oh, here we go. Here's what's embarrassing is if as a guy you lose and you can't throw a football, you look just embarrassed. You have got to be able to throw the ball. Now, are they going to back up and throw from 10 yards away too, or just 5 yards?
I don't know what they're going to do. All I know is we got Miss Braces and you got Melvin Milquetoast here.
Dude, he looks paler than I do, and that's saying something. Yeah. Holy hell. He's from Texas. He goes to the University of Texas. They're 5 yards away. Let's see the throwing techniques here.
She's going to be a pusher, and I bet this guy's
he's probably going to push too. His arms are too skinny. I don't know.
I wonder who is
underhand. He's underhanding him, Grump.
Oh, you're ahead of me. Okay, I got to sketch up.
I'll be honest with you.
He's dominating.
Okay. He's dominating. Holy shit. He is this underhand push. Or maybe it's like what the hell is this?
See how quick he is? He's throwing one. He's already picking another one up.
Oh, maybe that's what allows him to get those. Yeah, I'll tell you.
Miss Braces just better go home. She's done.
She did put up 8 points. That's good for her. It would have won her yesterday's one. Yesterday with both of the girls, the pushing, she actually would have done okay. This guy had practices. You could tell. Look at this. Oh no, he does like a little basketball push.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. When you know you're going to be in this competition, like they're dragging somebody out of the stands, they know ahead of time. You should be practicing. Look at the determination on his face. Look at his little gray headband keeping his little.
Dude, he just got $100,000 to pay off student loan debt. I'd be happy too. I'd be determined. $100,000 off a student loan debt. I'd be like, "Woo, baby, let's go."
Katie Sharp needs a better dye job on her hair and a better dress. I'm sorry, that's a bad look with the little puffy sleeves. I don't know if maybe she was channeling her inner Seinfeld with the puffy shirt, but it was not a good look for her.
Yeah, I think we're watching two different broadcasts. So I'm watching mine on ESPN, but I didn't see any lady. That's fine.
The girl who was handing out the check.
No. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. I apologize.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Warzone Senior Citizen says, at what point does Trotz get fired? No coach is untouchable for a franchise serious about a cup.
It's not happening this year. It's not happening this year.
Here's the thing. If we don't make the playoffs this year, and we have the discussion, in all likelihood, we're not going to make the playoffs this year.
Here's the thing.
If we have the discussion. What?
I just want to answer the question. It's not impossible for him to get fired this year. If we lose like 40 in a row, he will get fired. I don't think that's going to happen. But there is a way. Like if we lose every game the rest of the year, it is no way he keeps his job. Go ahead, TJ.
I think they're going to keep him. That being said, if you look at the way the team is constructed, if we're going to need some sort of revamp to rebuild, and if we completely are just saying, hey, we're ignoring the fact that our team needs some youth on it, that is going to be one of those things that's going to drive me nuts, and he'll have to go. In my opinion, he'll have to go. Thanks for what you did. Thanks for the ride. You were fantastic over the last 2 years. You really gave us hope. We need a change of direction a little bit. You're a great coach, but you're not what the team needs the way it's currently constituted. We feel like we can get more out of somebody who will play some younger players as well. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, for
I'm not
me,
saying all is lost. It doesn't look good right now, though.
for me, and I'm steadfast in this, at the end of the year, because to me, we cannot continue with the same group that we have this year. Cannot happen. I don't want to hear the excuses, this, that, and the other thing. Guess what?
But Grumpy, it was a 13-game road trip, and then we had COVID, and then they had to go ahead and get their feet ready because then they were exhausted and they were tired towards the end of the games because they took 4 days off and they had bad conditioning. And then what happened was, the flight, they had like some turbulence the last time when they fly and they have an away game next. So, Grumpy, there's just been a lot of bad breaks for the Islanders. And two, I heard that their ice cream machine was out at the arena, and this is just something that we cannot recover from.
Yeah, like I said, for me, I don't want to hear any excuses. Team's just not good enough. It wasn't good enough when we started the season. 3 games in, 4 games in, 5 games in, just not good enough, right? So, I mean, we just not be good enough. So what happens? You need to revamp the roster. And as I've said previously, probably for the last month, I said, you know what? They need to have a heart-to-heart, Lou and Barry, and say, hey, we're going in a younger direction. Are you ready to do? Are you willing to do that, or are you going to just roll with the vets? And if he says no, I want to coach my style. That's what it's going to be. Well, then bye. Bring somebody else in because we need to change of direction.
Yes, Mario says Bird is the most underrated movie.
He was director of Bird. That was with Forrest Whitaker. Played Charlie Parker, great saxophonist, and he had his drug issues. He was a heroin addict and stuff like that. I just watched that recently, and I thought it was too long. I thought it was a little bit too long, but some scenes were really good. But maybe it's a little underrated. But I mean, he was getting award nominations for that. I wasn't that impressed with it myself.
Fair enough. John M. saying SEC is weak and the SEC West is the toughest in the country. I agree with that. The SEC West is tough. And tough. And then, with that headband, he should have lost. Tony Cheese saying, what? The kid threw the football kind of like Chad Pennington.
Ouch. Well, that's the way Chad Pennington was throwing at the end.
John M's letting us know. No, it was more like Cam Newton against the Dolphins last week.
Actually, that's how Cam Newton's thrown for the last couple of years.
Christ. And then Tony Cheese saying here, Devil's Advocate TJ is the worst. I'm shocked there's no yellow flags with that one, too. Yellow flags, Devil's Advocate TJ. 10-yard penalty on the field. Remains first down.
Tony is bringing his A game today. I just want to tell you right now. He's been very good today.
Mario saying Lamarillo and Trotz are on the same page. Lamarillo loves vets just as much, if not more than Trotz does. Look how we left the Devils. Old, slow, with no prospects and cap hell. Does it sound familiar?
Well, yeah, but Lou's not going anywhere. I mean, I certainly.
Grump, I'm going to have to go to the bathroom. The next quarter started. I have to go to the bathroom, Grump.
Typical TJ having to go to the bathroom. Let's see what his setup is back there. Looks like he's got some pictures back there on the wall. Looks like he's behind. There's a closet behind him. I don't want to draw anything with that, but he's right. The second half has started, and Oklahoma State needs to. They get the ball first, right? So what has to? It's almost imperative they put some type of points on the board. And is Sanders? How has he come out looking in the second half? He was not good in the first half. Threw a couple of picks. He is their unquestioned leader. And, here he is galloping, picked up a first down. Good for him. I don't like to see anybody really struggle like that unless you're a team that I really hate. Then I root against all your players. But I don't have a dog in the fight here. So I would like to see a more competitive second half. And it looks like they're kind of going a little no-huddle action, running the ball, nothing by number 27. Who was a little bit dinged up in the first half. It'd be interesting to see how he looks to start this second half. Oh, there's number 7. Maybe he was the guy who's their feature back who hasn't come back in. It doesn't matter. I don't really need to know their names at this point in time. Again, throwing a cross body, a little past the number 17. He gets lit up by number 22, Woods, the safety. That's the way to finish a tackle there. But it puts them in a 3rd and manageable, right? 3rd and 2. You really can't complain too much about that if you're Oklahoma State to come out, but they do need to pick this up. And here it goes. Sanders again picks up the first down and goes down just short of the 50. So nice play calling to start here the second half for Oklahoma State. Like I said, sustaining this drive. You didn't want to, go 3 and out. That's for certain. And I'm going to mention again, really imperative to put points on. One thing you notice when defensive linemen start having on defensive team in particular, starts having their hands on their hips between plays, that means that they're a little bit gassed out there. And we're seeing a little bit of that from Baylor right now. It'll be interesting to see if it continues. Nice swing. That's the one thing about college ball, right? Catches a little swing pass. Number 27 doesn't. He falls down. Nobody near him. But as soon as the knee is down, or as soon as you're down in college, even if you're touched or not, the play is over. So that's a big loss. And they're still continuing here with the no huddle, right? Mike Gundy has obviously come out and said that's the way that we feel our best chance to have is to go out in this no huddle. And nice pass and a completion to Martin.
You sound like you're running on over there, Grump.
What now?
Are you doing? Just reading off?
I'm doing play-by-play. I'm just doing play-by-play. That's what I'm doing.
No need to worry about that, man.
Okay.
We don't need to worry about that. But, we got a few comments. He said, John M. also saying, Islanders were and are not cup contenders this year. Without player turnover, they didn't have player turnover, so not a contender. Fans are just anxious due to false gold. Holy shit. Did you just see that, man?
I don't know.
He did it again! Again, Grump! Another pick!
Okay, you're way ahead of me now. You keep on once again getting hit.
I think you're watching different feeds, perhaps. I apologize. Jesus Christ. He gets hit as he's throwing the football, and he throws his 3rd interception of the day.
Yeah, can't do that. You can't come out of that first drive without getting some points. And it's a shame, honestly, because they were driving the ball down the field. Nice job. Now, here's the thing. So what does Baylor do, right?
Run the football, burn the clock.
Well, no. Here's the thing. First down sweep. They were ready for it. I do what I did in the first half. I come out throwing the ball on first down. That's what I do. You don't go conservative and go into a shell here. Looks like an injury to Oklahoma State. It's like, for your Mr. Assistant Coach nominee of the year. That's just the
Royals Award.
Yeah, whatever. To me, it's just I'm just not a fan of that play call on first down, a sweep.
Here's the thing: running between the tackles. That's where you've been getting your yards. Why are you running outside of? I don't get it. That being said, I'm not going to say they're going to go full turtle mode. I'm just saying on their drives they're going to be they're going to be using the full play clock available. That's what they need to start doing already. Start clicking off those minutes. Tony Chu saying yellow flag on TJ for going to the bathroom after halftime and not during. What kind of broadcasting is that? Yeah, John M. saying personal foul, bathroom break, coming back out of the half.
Right. Now, see, I was thinking about going to the bathroom, but now I'm going to hold it for the rest of the game because
you got a better bladder than I do, man.
Well, that's obvious. It's funny when I was working for the Carolina Panthers, there was a bum. It was like a rush to the bathroom at halftime. That's what you went to the bathroom first, then you got your halftime meal. That's just what you did, but you had to be ready.
Your halftime meal. What do you mean a halftime meal?
Well, they would have a meal before the game, and then halftime was like hot dogs, but they were those really, really thick hot dogs. They were more like bologna logs than hot dogs. So, so you'll get yourself a hot dog. You couldn't eat two. Though TJ probably could. Like one of those hot dogs was like two.
I eat six Grumpy. I eat 6 hot dogs usually when I'm eating hot dogs, man. I could eat two hot dogs. How big are these hot dogs, man? Are we talking about this big? Come on now.
They were big, man. They were like bologna logs. They were like a pound. It almost seemed like. I was like, whoa. And the whole thing is, when you have a hot dog like that, you have to make sure those bad boys are cooked. It can't be something where it's like half
Cold in
cooked,
the middle.
and it has to be like something like on those rolling grills, because I mean, you just can't eat a bologna log that's been sitting in water. And they did grill them, but I always made sure that I'm like, yo, you got to get me one that's like cooked. I need my food cooked. So
John M saying, I've been a fan since 1972, so nothing I'd like more, but not with this roster. Foundation is solid, but they need to ship out 5 players and get younger.
We are going to, I tell you, I talked with TJ last night, and I gave him a list of players at the end of the season that there's only a couple that I want to keep. Everybody else is up for auction.
Well, here's not up for auction. I characterize it like this.
Get them out.
There's only 4 or 5 players where I'd say, no matter what you offer me, I'm not moving them. Like, unless you're saying, oh, I'll give you McDavid or something crazy. There's 4 or 5 guys that I have no interest of even entertaining ideas or thoughts or trade on. It's Sorokin, it's Barzal, it's Pelech, it's Wallstrom, it's Dobson. Everybody else, if you really want them, like a guy like Pavillier, he could be had if the price is right. A guy like Pulak, if the price is right, he could be had. If a guy like Brock Nelson, you want him, if the price is right, he could be had. Jean-Gabriel Pageau, if the price is right, he could be had. The list goes on and on. But yeah, you can't go and throw a pick here. Now, it's funny, right? Sanders has played this season 2 games against Baylor, grumpy old man. And when you look at his stats, he now this year has thrown 11 interceptions. 6 of his 11 interceptions have come against Baylor.
What does Baylor do coming out of the break?
They're putting pressure. Every single interception that Sanders has had is always when he has got pressure on him. They're either hitting him in the process of messing with his throwing motion, and every single time they get pressure on his face, he just throws the ball up for grabs.
Yeah.
That last one's a little different. They hit him as he was going mid through his throwing motion from behind. That one is tough to blame.
Can I stop you?
Go ahead.
Why on God's green earth would Baylor be going for it on 4th and 1 when they have a 15-point lead? If you don't pick this up, Oklahoma State has all the momentum. Why not just punt it? You didn't get it on 3rd down. That's fine. Punt. Make them drive the field.
You're a little far.
And here it is. And he just throws it away, and Oklahoma State gets the ball inside the 40-yard line of Baylor. That's just dumb. I mean, that's just stupid. I'm sorry. He just lost himself the Assistant Coach of the Year award right there. That's just dumb.
Hold on. The head coach. Okay. Let's take that reasonably, man. The offensive coordinator always wants to go for it on 4th and 1. The head coach is the one who determines if they do or don't.
I'd rather throw an interception 20 yards down the field than have that happen.
Well, at least then it's like a punt.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Oh, this season on 4th down plays in their own territory.
I cannot. Yeah. Jesus Christ. I don't get that play call. It was not a good play call. Yeah.
It's know your situation, right? What's your know that this time and situation. 15-point lead. You just picked this kid off again. Okay, you don't get points out of it. Punt the ball.
Yeah.
Their defense, I'll tell you what, Baylor's defense come to play today, though. Particularly against the run. They come to play today.
Yep. You look at the rushing yards. They had, what was it? Oklahoma State coming out of half had the lowest amount of rushing yards they did at all at any time this season. So, man, I tell you, yikes.
Yeah. Just
John M saying, never mind, don't hire this offensive coordinator. Saw that play call out of Bobo.
Yeah. Just but the head coach going for it, it's just, dude, somebody needs to tie him down and say, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, I blame more the head coach on not giving him the decision to do that. You're right. They have not been able. They've been moving the ball a little bit, but geez, I don't get it. It means you must be very confident in your defense, and they have played great so far today. But and they've kept Sanders under wraps. But geez, Louise,
now you got the ball inside the 30. Where are they pressuring Oklahoma State, right up the middle, right? They're pressuring right up the middle. So it's like, it's like I always love when you listen to the commentators. They go, "Oh, well, you know what? You want to stop Tom Brady or Peyton Manning or any quarterback, well, but it's always Tom Brady, right? You got to pressure him up the middle.
Tom Brady's the greatest, and it's always like, how do we stop him?
Right, and it's like
That was a
you
hell of
gotta
a completion, by the way, with pressure in his face by Sanders. That was a good completion with pressure in his face on that
and
last
then
play.
he picks up the first down, and then they go for another first down run. They lose 5 yards. It's like, come on. But the whole thing is you get that pressure up the middle, right? Can you name one quarterback who likes pressure in his face?
Yes.
I don't. Who?
I'm just messing with you.
There are none. It's the stupidest. It's just the stupidest commentary ever. Can you tell me who does well with pressure in their face? No one. No one wants pressure in their face. That's the key to beating Tom Brady. That's the key to beating every quarterback. Little trick play here on second down.
You know you're in trouble though when you're whipping out trick plays.
Yep. When you're running trick plays inside the 30, yeah. Oh, look at this.
Think about it. The quarterback has been wildly inconsistent, throwing interceptions left and right. And anytime you try a normal traditional running play, it does not work. I mean, you've got to do some sort of option. It's still yikes.
Now, this guy here, I know he's not IKEA, but his name might as well be IKEA. Man, the Samoan people are just like big people. You ever notice? I mean,
well, the defensive linemen, you don't see too many Samoans that are playing. Jesus Christ, that guard got blown up in the backfield. But you don't see too many like Samoans that are playing like, hey, I'm playing like defensive back or wide out. You see like the best Samoans are all like offensive and defensive linemen, just absolutely huge, massive individuals.
They're big. They're a big people. They're just big. I remember Afa and Sika, the Wild Samoans. They were big guys too. That's how was that no penalty? My God, he tackled the D end. Oh my God! And then he goes, man, 72 is just dumb. Everybody threw. There's 3 flags on the field from everyone was throwing him at number 72. Just dumb. Offensive linemen are dumb. TJ, did you play offensive line?
I'm not seeing what's going on yet. You're very far ahead of me, but I'll be on the lookout.
How the hell am I ahead of you now?
You're 2 plays ahead of me, but that's fine. I tell you, I think we're watching different broadcasts in like I couldn't tell you. And they're running the hurry up. So I'll be there in a second. Let's see.
Okay, you let me know. You'll see the play. Just tell me when it happens. So I'll pause my thing because once again, I have to overcompensate for your incompetence.
See, that's okay. He didn't know. Come on, you can't blame the guy. He was just trying to finish the play. His guy was tied up. You look at it.
He's on the ground. He's on the ground. The play is over. The play is freaking over.
Watch again. He wasn't.
The play
he was
is
just
over.
Honestly, though, I have no problem with that. It was a good effort.
Really?
No
really?
problem.
The play was over. His guy was on the ground, 2 guys on top of him, and he goes and steamrolls a little safety.
Sills misses him. But here's the thing, man. Look at this. He was trying to hit. He was trying. If you rewind it further back, offensive lineman, when you get the engine,
he ran over his own guy to hit him.
He was trying to hit Sanders to help push him forward, but as he was doing it, let me ask you this: how many offensive linemen do you think, as they're running, they're trying to pick up the full speed? How long do you think it takes them to stop? You know, like you talk about trains, right? Like a 1-car train, it's pretty easy to stop. 2-car train, kind of difficult.
I tell you, where are you? I mean, I don't know where you are.
You were very far ahead of me. You were like 20 to 30 seconds ahead of me again. I told you that, man.
Okay. So you thought that Stills running over the safety at the 5-yard line was cool. You thought that was cool?
It was cool. I just understood how it happened. That's all.
No, I don't. Because he stepped on his own.
And now you got pass interference on Baylor. Oh, yeah. Jesus.
He stepped on his own ball carrier to hit that guy. Okay? That's what he did. He stepped on his own ball carrier and 2 of the Baylor players to hit the safety. That's what he did.
That looks an awful lot like the Oklahoma pass interference against Oklahoma State that was not called last week.
Yeah, they don't call it. Like I said, the Oklahoma State
guy just fell down. He flopped. That's what I told you. That guy needed to flop a lot more for Oklahoma. But that looks almost identical to the other call that they missed last week.
Well, they like I said, they travel with their own officials, so that's always
Well, the
good.
Oklahoma State. Well, here, no, I think that the officials, Oklahoma, and Texas are not going to be getting the calls. Not saying that they should get more calls than others. I do not be shocked at all if officials from the Big 12 are going to start unfairly officiating against the two teams that are leaving.
I'm going to tell you one thing: if Baylor loses this game, the head coach has a lot of questions to ask going for that 4th and 1 inside your own 40. I'm sorry, it's just with a 15-point lead, all the momentum on your side. It was dumb. And we called it before it happened, right? It's
Yep.
just stupid. Just game situations. You wonder why guys don't make it in the NFL as head coaches when they have good college programs? It's because they're too dumb. They're dumb. First of all, they're probably ex-football players, so automatically dumb.
You can give me a headache with that. Oh my god, you can give me a migraine. I need to. Anytime we're talking about football with you, Grumpy, I need to take about like a preemptive like 10 Advil.
No, here's the thing. When
Jeez.
you're the guy who tells me that this number 72 Sills guy steps on half of his team, half of Baylor's team. The play was over. They had guys giving water on the field, and then he hits the guy, and you think that's not a penalty? I don't know how to help you.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. They scored a touchdown, so it didn't even matter. It was a moot point.
Well, just how nonsensical you are. I just wanted to prove that to the people.
TJ saying, or Tony G saying, TJ loves him some offensive line. That I do. John M saying 79 holding, not called on a touchdown. I wasn't even.
Well, here's the thing. They say, teams travel like to bowl games and stuff like that. Well, the officials travel with Oklahoma State. They certainly have the last 2 weeks.
Oh, stop. I have to go back. I'm trying to.
Would you say have to go to the bathroom again?
No, I've got I do mine where I watch it on my phone on the side, but I can't rewind it back, and I wasn't really looking. I'll be honest with you. I was kind of like bouncing through at the time period. I was just like, oh, I saw at the end, okay, touchdown. But I wasn't really watching a play. But I tell you, you're right. If Baylor does lose, coach has got a lot of questions, answers, right? I'm sorry. They hadn't done much. You gave him a shortened field like that. Now you give him a chance for momentum. You just had intercepted Sanders again. And, even if
here's the thing. The clock was Oklahoma's enemy. Now it's not. They're right back in this game now. And Baylor gave it to him. The head coach just punt the ball there. Just punt it. I mean, that's what you do in that six. The fact that you even thought about it tells me, dude, you're not qualified to be a head coach.
I just they're going for the kill shot, and they seriously mismeasured. There's no doubt about it. They seriously mismeasured what they needed to do.
Mismanagement.
Oh, good gracious. Let me see if I can find that touchdown.
Okay, here's the thing. Do we really need to look at offensive line holding call? They hold on every play.
Oh, no, they don't. Come on now. Grumpy, that's not.
Well, here's the thing. On the one where they got down and Sills had the penalty, there was a blatant hold around the end on that play, too. Blatant.
It's 70. It was a little bit of a hold. Oh, good gracious. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I don't see a 79, but 70 looks like a little bit of a hold. I mean, like he did it. Yeah, it was a hold, but they're not going to call that. They never call that.
Yeah, I like how TJ makes. I love your apologetic attitude towards holding for offensive linemen. You got a soft spot for them in your heart.
To answer your question, yes, it is hold, but no, they never call that. Pittsburgh against Wake Forest. Okay, we were going down the list. So you think Georgia's going to have the edge in the 4:00 game slot? Who do you have between Pittsburgh and Wake Forest, Grump?
Who cares? I mean, who cares? That's the who cares game.
I just hope it's a close one.
I think it's going to be high scoring. I do think it'll be high scoring. Wake Forest can put points up. I don't think they defend very well, so that should help out Pittsburgh.
My result of that game, it's going to be like a 40-35, 40-something, maybe 42-35 in favor of Pittsburgh.
Okay. I'm going to say it's going to be like 51-48. That's what I think. A lot of points. A lot of points
to be scored, that's for certain. I know that the RPO usually gives Pittsburgh trouble, and that's usually what Sam Hartman and the Wake Forest Demon Deacons run. So never good. Never good.
Okay, now Baylor's coming out here.
Oh, nice job. Holy shit. Nice job. Get out of the pocket. That kid is quick.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
telling you, that kid, Shapen, is quick.
Right,
he is fleet of foot.
He bumped into one of his linemen. He almost fell down.
Yeah, he's very, yeah, he did.
He looks a little frail. Boing. He looks a little frail.
He moves like a shortstop would move.
He does. That's what I say. He's built like a shortstop.
He's a quarterback in a shortstop's body. That's for certain.
As a defensive lineman, you love to hit guys like that, little thin guys. You want to bust them up.
Oh, yeah. Boom. There it is. Nice
See,
job.
I don't understand. I mean, the play worked, but why you running a stretch run on that as opposed to just straight up the middle, particularly with number 7?
Because what they're trying to do is they're ideally they've tired out the defense a little bit. You run these stretch plays, and if your offensive linemen are moving their feet, if they over pursue and they lose their mental focus, or even if they're not moving quick enough, you've either got the front side or you can cut off of the guy who over pursues.
But that's why
they're trying that zone run.
But that guy's straight ahead. He's a straight ahead runner. I'd much rather just run. That's a bad spot. I'm sorry.
No gain? What a shitty spot.
Like I said,
what the? Are you kidding me?
Oklahoma State, their refs travel. They do.
What a shit spot. And I love that, dude. When they're awful spots, the people talking about it on the broadcast never mention it. No gain on the play. Get the hell out of here. Tony Cheese saying, TJ, is the Johnny who is this, Grump?
Oh, do you
I can't even pronounce his name.
Cochran is?
Cochran. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Okay, that was O.J. Simpson's defense lawyer when he murdered his wife and Ron Goldman. Because let's be honest, he murdered his wife and Ron Goldman. He did. Absolutely, he did. He got off with it, but he did it. OJ did it for sure.
Oh, good gracious! The Johnny Cochran. Fair enough.
You write a book that says, "If I did it," well, come on.
How would this is how I do it if I did? Yeah, not good. Yeah. Not good for your defense. At least not in the public eye.
It's not good anywhere. What do you go to, like the family reunions and start joking about that thing? I don't think so. Hey, remember hell? Yeah, man. She was a pain in the neck. I was definitely a crime of passion.
I would agree so. It definitely was not premeditated.
When you practically cut a person's head off, man, that's crime of passion stuff right there. And he was jealous as hell of her.
Don't get it. I don't get it. Look at that. Well, hey, Baylor's just eating the clock. Time to start eating that clock, running the football. That's why going for it makes it even stupider.
Yes, because you make them drive the length of the field. They've imploded every time. You gave them a short field, and it still took them like 4.5, 5 minutes to score.
And Baylor's breaking at the trick plays. What the hell are you doing?
Oh, my God. Why? 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 I'm doing my Nancy Kerrigan. Why? Why?
Gracious. Oh, man.
They just galooned their chances to win this game right here.
What did they do? No. What is this defensive penalty?
Let's see what the flag is. They're going to say he threw it away. Let's see what Mr. See,
intentional grounding. Really? He was in the area.
I'm sorry. He's outside the pocket. That's terrible. It's the same rec
specs, mother. God damn it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That same bastard.
I'm sorry.
He's well out of the pocket.
Yeah, that's terrible. And it's past the line of scrimmage. What are you talking about? That's terrible. Like I said, Oklahoma State. Tell me they don't want to.
I'm sorry, there's a guy there and he's out of the pocket. Freaking awful Captain Rex specs. What a joke. I'm sorry. I'm going to start. What a freaking joke.
They've gotten this is how they beat Oklahoma last week. Same way. The refs are in the tank for Oklahoma State. No doubt about it.
They want to have representation in the college football playoffs. Oklahoma State has the best chance. That's what they wanted. That's ridiculous. I'll be honest with you. If I was a player out there, I'd spit on a ref. That's awful. I'm sorry. That's awful, man. That's awful. Jesus Christ, that's bad. No.
They've gotten every single call. Every single call. Their wide receiver.
There was a guy in the area. On top of that, he was outside the pocket.
And he crossed the line of scrimmage. Terrible.
The three things you need to have in order for it not to be. I'm just like, oh.
But here's the thing. That's a dumb play call anyway.
I'm shocked they didn't go for it on 4th and 20. And the punter puts it right to the end zone. Oh, man.
You ever try kicking it towards the sideline, kid?
Tony, she's saying this live stream got dark fast. And John M saying, yeah, bad call. Yeah, I mean, like those type of calls there. It's awful. That's awful. There's no way around it, man. As an official like that, seriously, because all these guys who officiate these college games, all like officiate high school games usually too. They do both, high school and college. You know what you do? You say, hey, buddy, you're not going to be spending any time up here officiating for us anymore. These are ideally supposed to be your best officials in the conference.
And they can say, well, why am I not going to be able to ref? Because you absolutely suck.
Yeah, Jesus, man, oh man.
Like I said, this is how they beat Oklahoma. Very, very questionable calls. Very, very questionable calls.
John M saying TJ Alomar Jr. of the live stream. Who's that, Grump?
Do you remember? Actually, it was Roberto Alomar.
But they're saying TJ Alomar Jr.
Yeah, but I think it was Sandy Alomar Jr. It was his brother Roberto Alomar who spit on the umpire.
Here's
Sandy Alomar. Sandy Alomar was a second baseman, shortstop, like a utility guy back in the 70s. Played for a lot of different teams, Yankees, Angels, whatever. And he had two boys who played pro ball. Sandy Alomar Jr., who was a catcher predominantly for the Indians, and Roberto Alomar, who I think he actually played for the Mets at some point in time, but I think the spitting incident came when he was with Toronto, and he spit on an umpire.
Here's the thing. I never would have been able to spit on somebody because I was so out of shape and fat. My everything I had to do was just focus on breathing, get enough oxygen in so I can live and survive. So there never would have been any spitting. But I'm just like, as a person who watches this stuff now, I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't know. Like, I could understand how players go absolute berserk and insane when somebody misses a call that freaking bad in college athletics. As a coach, that's one where I couldn't like as a coach, like most times all those coaches are ex-players, so they even get even more fired up. I don't understand how somebody doesn't. You know how, Grump, who the hell was it from Ohio State who socked the player from Clemson in the face of the clothesline? I don't know how people don't punch a ref or go crazy on a ref, like throw something at a ref. Like, oh, it hasn't been that bad yet, but I'm shocked there's not more of that sometimes. Like you see back, what was the game? Was it against the Cleveland where they're throwing glass bottles on the field, and that's when they got rid of the selling glass bottles of alcohol at the games that they only sold like the cans?
I don't know. But here's the bigger question, and I want you to know this. It's 2:26 and 30 seconds in this podcast. People are probably wondering, with TJ's inability to control his bladder, how is he able to go a whole football game without having to go to the bathroom, or did he just go in his pants during the game?
I already went to the bathroom. What are you talking about? No,
when you were playing football.
Oh. Yeah, no, we had halftime, Grump. I'd always go to the bathroom during halftime.
Okay, but usually, you go every like 15 minutes. So we were wondering.
I'd be sweating. I was cramping up every game too. I used to sweat my ass off and cramp up every game. Didn't matter how much I drank, I'd always cramp. So,
oh man, that kid took a bad hit right on his shoulder when he went. Yep, and he grabbed his shoulder, his throwing shoulder, and he was in the tent, number 12, our boy Shapin. Yep. Now who's this Drones fella? He's warming up. Is that the Bohannon kid? But here's the thing. Honestly,
he's fine. This kid's fine. They're just a precautionary look. He's fine.
He just throws it up again. Drop. Thank God. I'm rooting for Baylor now. I wasn't before. I didn't care. Even though Oklahoma State knocked my Sooners out, Baylor beat us too. So I really didn't care who won. But now I'm rooting for Baylor because the officials are obviously all for Oklahoma State.
Hold on. Did they call that pass interference? What's the flag?
Oh, I don't know. Did they call 10-yard penalty still first down? Looks like it was a holding penalty.
Okay. Well, here it is. It's called a Mickey makeup call because you know what happens on those ones? They tune in. They say at as soon as they go to halftime break, they tune in. They say, "Hey, You completely freaking botched that call right there, and it forced them to go on 3rd and 20 for intentional grounding. Not only was he out of the pocket, it passed the line of scrimmage, and there was a guy in the area. ESPN right now is talking about the bad call. We're going to need you to give a makeup call.
Well, they
There's
still
holding
can't.
on every damn play.
Well, there you go, because the offensive linemen are evil and twisted, and they're rule breakers. They would be.
I cannot agree with that statement.
If football was a wrestling event, offensive linemen would be heels. They'd be the bad guys because they're always cheating.
I disagree, but what can I say, Grumpy? I disagree. I deny. John M saying, yeah, Shapen, hurt, a little banged up. Tony Cheese saying he goes to the bathroom.
Oh my God! I'm sorry. The officials are he threw the ball out of bounds. That ball was 10 yards out of bounds. You cannot call that. You cannot call that. He was just throwing it away. And it was just as much as the wide receiver throwing it away. The same freaking thing. You cannot call that. Let's see if they pick it up. Holding. My God, he threw it 20 yards out of bounds.
Well, see, that's how they get. That's how they get around the pass interference. Because we'll just say it's holding, because that's a way for us to go ahead and circumvent that bullshit.
Automatic first down. Okay, these guys have been doing this the whole game. Both sides have been doing it the whole game, and that ball was, like I said, 20 yards out of bounds. I'm sorry, you don't throw a flag there. You just don't do it.
The funny thing is, he's grappling with the guy from Baylor too.
That's
but
right.
That ball was well uncatchable.
All game, these guys have been playing handsy. All game. Just terrible. I mean, the officials have kept Oklahoma State in this game.
Hey, that's a hold by the wide receiver right there. I mean, like, seriously, if we're going to get that freaking nuance and ticky-tacky and that bullshit on a bubble screen, when you see a wide receiver turned around like he's doing a NASCAR turn, and then all of a sudden the defensive guy can't go ahead and evade him, he's grappling like this on his ass. But that's okay. Here it is. I mean, like, I think they honestly want this game. I do think they want Oklahoma State to win this game. Whether the officials are trying to take control in their hands, I have no idea. Probably not. But I do think the conference wants Oklahoma State to win this game, because that ensures them extra eyes than somebody in the college football playoffs.
Yeah, they're used to Oklahoma winning it every year and making the college football playoffs. But I'm sorry. The calls here have just been atrocious. Just atrocious. And they got themselves a first down.
I tell you, him being at the whole game makes me wonder what happened.
He's probably hurt.
I wonder what he hurt.
His vagina.
Still got his helmet on.
He's got a vagininitis.
Vagininitis.
Boom! Oh, and an interception, baby! That's it, 80. That's the way to take a lick, boy. Woo! Go Baylor. That kid got lit up. Talk about, throws it behind him. He's exposed.
It's a shitty pass. It's another shitty pass that gets his tight end drilled.
He snapped his back in half. There's number 54. Look at him go.
Boom! I like this. Dude, I'll tell you one thing. The mic right there, 54, is a hefty son of a gun.
Yeah, he's a run stopper, I'm going to say.
I'm saying he's not out there for much coverage skills.
Okay. Baylor needs score here, though. They need score.
Jesus Christ.
Spencer Sanders, 0 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Boom.
7 of his 12 interceptions this year have
going
come
out there?
against Baylor.
Oh, they got the other quarterback in. Who's this kid? He looks nervous. You know this is a handoff.
The third quarterback? Yeah, I'm sure. Wow.
You knew that was a handoff. He looked
not in the game. What the hell?
He looked petrified. All right, Shapen, get back in there. Why the hell weren't you ready? He said they probably said, get him out of the tent now. I don't care.
They just threw a pick. Get him out of there now.
Yeah, this kid looks nervous. What's his name? Drones? Looks like a guy hit by a drone strike.
Jesus.
Terrible. Ruben drone strike. Started 17%, 2 for 7, 11 yards. Looks like he's airing out his arm. No! Man, that could have been a pick 6 right there. That's it. Chase it, ref. Incompetent bastard.
Holy shit! Yeah, you're not kidding. That was he did not see the safety rocking down on that one. That very easily could have been picked. That is right. Ooh.
I like how the useless referee waddles over there and he's like, "Screw it, you chase it. I'm not giving you the ball anymore. You incompetent piece of garbage." Calling an intentional grounding on that play.
It's Rex Specs again.
Rex Specs.
Oh man.
Squints. Got to get a first down here, though.
Hey, here's the thing. I don't think Baylor's.
Oh, the lineman catches the pass. Look at. Oh, okay. Is that not a penalty? Well, maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't know what the hell. I don't think offensive linemen should be catching passes.
It is. And I thought that was a penalty because offensive lineman can't catch the football.
It bounced off of something and came back to him. I don't know.
I didn't think it. I'm gonna let you know, meeting rooms, they're gonna be when that play comes up, they're gonna be like, look at this, Johnny. Next time that happens,
okay,
put the ball to the ground. Don't bother trying to catch it.
Okay,
just knock it to the ground.
Hold on 1 second. It's commercial break. I'm gonna take a quick little bathroom break. That's okay with you.
Okay, gotcha. But seriously, when it comes up in film, they're gonna be like, knock that damn ball down. John M saying, TJ, could you catch that ball? Offensive lineman catch. If it hit me and I couldn't drop it, I was not good at catching the football. That was not a strong suit of mine at all. I recovered a few fumbles. Even those were like, okay, you're just kind of, it's just all luck with that. I was not meant to be a guy who caught the ball on a consistent basis. Not my strong suit. But if you're Baylor here, though, you gotta come away with some points. You gotta come away with ideally a touchdown. A field goal is not the end of the world, but you gotta come away with some points. Have to. Oh man, whew. I'm ready to take a nap. Grumfield Band's gone. I don't have to go to work anymore. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, we still got well into the fourth quarter though. It's gonna be an interesting finish, that's for certain. It's weird. Grumpy never leaves me. I'm always the one leaving Grump. This is odd. I don't know what to say. But, yeah, I guess I've got Pittsburgh against Wake Forest. I don't know. I've got that feeling today. Alabama's played a lot of those tight and close and contested games against a lot of those big teams in the SEC West. I think I give them a slight edge over Georgia. I just don't think much of Kirby Smart in a big game. So maybe it's got something to do with, it's in their heads too. I don't have a dog in the fight, but anybody who wins is fine by me. We've got it here. Let's see.
I'm back.
Grumpy, good. I was struggling, man. I noticed, like, you never usually leave me during the podcast. It's usually the other way around.
It was embarrassing, but I wash my hands after I go to the bathroom, unlike you.
Oh, man. Grumpy. Yeah, it was tough, Grump. I didn't know what to talk about.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, for me, I heard, Alabama.
Tony Cheese, you saying TJ's crashing and learning with that, Grump. That's the first time I've been on without Grump.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? I don't know whether there's more shocked by Grump leaving or more shocked that Grump had to use the bathroom during the podcast. Crashing and burning would be an accurate assessment for certain.
Yes, it's true. Mm-hmm.
That's
why that's why nobody realizes how much I sacrifice. I sacrificed bladder health, everything, just for this podcast, because I know TJ can't pull it off without me, honestly. He's just not talented enough. He's good at what he does, but entertaining just isn't part of what he does.
John M. said, beat Bama and the rest of the games cause chaos.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because if Alabama wins and Cincinnati or Shitcinnati wins, everything's going to stay the same.
Wouldn't it be crazy though? Wouldn't it be crazy if somehow what I don't want to see them do is if Cincinnati loses and Alabama loses, that somehow they find a way to squeak Ohio State into the college football playoffs, which I feel like they want to do.
With Notre Dame.
Well, that would be such a great matchup. Was that?
With Notre Dame.
With Notre Dame. Notre Dame, Michigan, Ohio State, and Georgia. Oof. Yeah. Oof.
and he misses another kick. He
No,
missed
that was from earlier, wasn't it?
No, he just missed this one. He just missed another field goal attempt.
Shit, I looked away for a second.
I mean, I don't, he missed it. I don't know how. Ugh. How do you miss that kick, kid? How do you miss it? How do you push it wide? You're on, I could see maybe you hook it, but he hit it past the other's goalpost.
Kickers aren't real players. I always used to pick on the kickers. Again, you got a good. I always had a good relationship with them. Kickers, I always said, like, you're not a real player. Holy shit!
I always like these guys, the benchies, like Rauschenberg and whoever, number 17, Rogers wearing a baseball cap. They associate with the kickers because they never play. I mean,
exactly.
There's a whole.
Come on, there's a whole. Quirky.
Oh my God! I'll tell you what, though, Baylor's laying the lumber today. I mean, they're absolutely laying the lumber.
They're doing anything they can to shoot themselves in the foot to prevent themselves from winning. And the refs are trying to do that too, right? Poor calls. And then you miss 2 field goals. Oh, Jesus. I need a sack. You miss 2 field goals, and then you go for it in your own zone, right? You fumble the ball in the red zone. You turn over the ball at your 38-yard line going for it on 4th and 1, and you miss 2 field goals. You want to talk about a sloppy-ass game of football? Baylor has been sloppy as hell today, and they're still in the lead, but it just tells you how bad that Oklahoma State's looked.
Yeah, that's a good, nice defensive play call here on the delayed blitz by number 2. And I remembered his name, but TJ talked so long I forgot it. But that was a really nice. That was a nice call. I think Bernard was his name. Really nice design defensive play call there. Just a little slight delay on that blitz. Oklahoma State couldn't pick it up, freed him up, and then the Samoan IKEA. I'm going to call him IKEA because I'm thinking about buying furniture there. So IKEA finished up on it. Nice play. And now they're 3rd and 19. There's a hold they got away with. He's going to scramble, and he's going to get trucked. Bye-bye, let's punt. That's all you can do here. Like I said, unless the officials get involved, Oklahoma State doesn't have a chance. And the official, TJ, and you played. What do you think about the officials ingratiating themselves and, having direct
Holy shit! Holy shit! Baylor wants to do anything humanly possible not to win this game. Baylor must be saying, I really don't. Okay. I want Oklahoma State. Here you go, guys. We want there to be definitely somebody, representing the Big 12.
I don't understand how you're ahead of me again.
You're ahead of me then behind. I tell you, it's different with the coverage. The coverage, I think my coverage goes ahead sometimes, behind sometimes. I don't know, bro. I apologize. What can I say? But Jesus Christ, how the hell do you muff that punt?
Yeah, I did have a question about how do you feel like when referees have a direct influence on the outcome of games?
When you're in the game, you kind of realize, but not so much. And then you'll hear about it from other people, because to be honest, I didn't watch much of the other when we were like during the game. If you're starting, you don't really see too much of what's getting called against.
That's a hold.
On the
Holy
field.
Crap! That's a hold. That guy, he tackled the guy coming. He tackled the cornerback coming up and making the tackle. The wide receiver absolutely tackled him. Absolutely did. You got to call that. I'm telling you, these refs are in the tank for OSU. It's so obvious. That's
Baylor. I'll be honest with you. I know that the refs aren't doing a lot. Baylor is doing anything they can to lose to. I see. Like, this is not a game I blame on the refs if they lose. This is a game I blame on Baylor.
The referees have kept them in the game by certain.
Okay. If you
pass, he's throwing it.
If you hit a field goal, he did. You're way ahead of me. But he did. You're way ahead of me. But he did tackle the guy, hog-tied him to the ground. But here's the thing, man. If you field a punt cleanly, this isn't an issue. If you hit a field goal, this isn't an issue. If you don't fumble in the red zone, this isn't an issue.
Number 5 should have stuck with the quarterback there instead of letting him up off the ground.
Yeah.
That's a grounding. Throw the flag. Throw the flag. How does he not throw the intentional grounding flag there? How does he? And they're getting on him about it. How does he not throw intentional grounding there? He's in the, and he just maybe they're finally going to call it. You have to call it. All right, they finally call him. Like, it was so blatant. How do you not call it immediately? And look at this moron. Shut up over there. Whatever the hell your name is, Coach Boy Gundy.
I didn't see Grumpy. I haven't seen you play because I'm that far behind you, but I just see you explode. And
He's looking right at it. He's looking right at him. Look, piece of shit. Make a call. My God.
This is more what I expect when we watch Islander games, because this is a game that he has no interest in. None of these teams Grumpy cares about.
No, now I have a rooting interest. I'm rooting for Baylor. I did not have an interest earlier. Now I do.
Oh, goodness gracious.
My
How'd he
God.
muff that? And the whole old Grumpy. Warzone senior citizen saying, LOL, grumpy old man.
Drill him, man. Light him up. I mean, I'm telling you what, Baylor's hitting. Baylor's hitting.
The grumpy old man's reactions are more entertaining than any other sport other than MMA.
That's what it's like usually when I'm watching a game by myself. And if it's a team that I'm rooting for, watch out. Watch out.
Oh, man, oh, man.
You got to hold them to a field goal here or field goal attempt. Touch. No, he's down at the 1. They're gonna score right here. I'll tell you what, the officials have done their job for the Big 12 conference. They've done their job. They've put Oklahoma State in a position to win right now. They've done their job. They got their walking orders, and they're ready to go. And Baylor, you're right. Baylor has not helped. Baylor, I think, has shot themselves in the foot even more than the officials have, man.
Just shit, man. You can't make that many mistakes. Your kicker misses 2 freaking field goals. And that was a hell of a catch.
You fumble a punt.
You muff a punt. You
go for a fourth down.
You fumble a ball in the red zone. You muff a punt, and you miss 2 field goals. Can't do that, man. The other team has thrown you 4 interceptions. They have thrown 4 interceptions, Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State's going to have to throw the ball to punch it in here, though.
John Ed saying, I thought Grump was coming off the couch.
It was close. It was close. It was all just about. It was just about throw the remote time. Bam. Break the remote. Just bam.
Good gracious.
Oh my God. Second down. Yep. Here, let's see. I don't think they can run it in. And don't worry, the officials will make sure they get a penalty if they don't score here.
Maybe they can get a defensive holding penalty.
No, they didn't give it to him. Did not give it to him. I thought he was in. Specs over there. Okay, that he's limping as he's running over. You know, those are like high school refs that he's out there.
That's what I said. All these refs that coach college and officiate college all officiate high school as well.
Fumble! Get on it! Fumble! Who got it? I think Oklahoma State got it back. Nope, 4th down. Did they go for it on 4th down? Or you go for the field goal? I go for the field goal here.
Yeah, Rex is having a difficult time walking, man. I thought he got it on the 2nd down. Crazy enough, I thought he scored that on 2nd down.
You're really behind me.
I know. I told you that the broadcast is odd. I thought
they are going. I
thought he had a touchdown on 2nd down, man.
I'd be careful for a fake here. I bet you this kid doesn't miss his kick.
Holy! It was a fumble on the read option. I cannot believe Oklahoma State recovered that.
I think it was recovered by a lineman of all people.
Hell yeah, lineman!
Did they roll him out for the hands team on
Shit you not. I've seen teams before have offensive linemen. Do you remember the game Houston played the University of Pittsburgh 2 or 3 years ago? And Pittsburgh, or maybe it was Navy, I can't remember who they played. Pittsburgh, because I remember how dumb it was. They had 1 offensive lineman and 2 defensive linemen that were on the team's hand team. They proceeded to not recover. They proceeded to not successfully recover 2 onside kicks and lost in a bowl game. I think it was to Houston. I got to pull that up. I'm really going back through the freaking
So
the
was
Rolodex.
I believe you asked me a question if I remember that? No.
Do they do that? Do they put them on the hands team? Yes, teams do, and it's freaking idiotic. I thought it was quiet for a second. Grumpy, I thought it was quiet for a second. Grumpy, your internet went in and out again. Dude, your internet's been hideous today, man.
It has been. Like I said, they're doing a lot of work in the house. We're putting new floors in, putting new cabinets in. It's been chaos. It's like that's why I'm upstairs. I'm not in my usual spot because it's like a bomb has gone off downstairs. Half the house is upstairs. The other half's in one room. It's been chaos. Chaos, I tell you.
John M saying, I thought he scored on second down. So did I.
On the replay, it would show that he didn't make it, though. I just like how when the guy gets like an inch short, they mark him like at the 1. I'm like, or like at the half-yard line. It's like, is there no other measurement between half-yard line or 1?
Okay. Do you remember when I told you I thought it was University of Pittsburgh? They scored. The University of Pittsburgh gave up. Now, this was in 2015. It was such a ridiculous collapse. It was against Houston. The University of Pittsburgh was up 31, or they were up 34-13 with 6 minutes and 14 seconds left to go. And they wound up losing 35-34 because they did not recover those 2 onside kicks. And they had offensive linemen on the damn field for it. I remember ESPN was tearing them up too. I was like, how the hell do you have an offensive lineman on your hands team? But yes, that's it. Yeah, Grump scared the internet.
Yeah,
it's coming down, Grump. Oh, man, I tell you.
Baylor needs to put points on the board. They need to put points on the board in this drive.
Baylor hasn't. I was about to say they've been struggling as
this is a repeat of last week's Oklahoma game. Same thing, same exact thing. They had the officials in the tank for OSU. Baylor's done nothing the second. They drive the ball down the field, turn the ball over, do something stupid, fumble a punt. That's the Oklahoma. This is the blueprint for how Oklahoma State beat Oklahoma last week. Same thing, same exact thing. Officials in the tank for Oklahoma State. Yeah, in the tank.
In the freaking tank, Grumpy.
Let's see if he can fumble a kickoff. Maybe he'll do that too.
Oh, brother. We're going to see. Alexander saying, hey, guys, wow, nice change of scenery. Not used to seeing Grump off the couch and not used to seeing you without the headphones. Yeah, I'm on the move. That's why we might do a podcast, an hours podcast later on this evening. But again, we're just not sure if I will be back in time. If we do, it will be probably after loss, and we'll call it the State of Emergency podcast. But after 10 losses in a row. But if they don't lose, we probably won't go live tonight. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a quickie. But yeah, Grump had some construction, and I'm out of town, so we'll try to make it all work. Yeah, you've got to get the chains moving. If you're Baylor, you've got to score some sort of points. Have to.
Wow. All right, that's the way. Little 7-yard pass, we'll take that. Even the moronic officials couldn't screw that one up, even though they're trying.
Alexander wants to know, Grumpy, do you see us winning tonight?
No. I thought we were going to
wait till the Bama game. Yeah, it's about to say if my schedule permitted, we would have done Bama against Georgia because it's a big game. But this one's going to be interesting too. I'll tell you, this has been a close game.
And there you go, run the ball with number 7 right up the gut. That's it. That's the way to do it.
God, it's about eating that clock. They call it your 4-minute offense. The funny thing is they call it the 4-minute offense, but in reality, you need like 9 minutes to burn off the clock. You can do it.
Well, you know what? If they can kill a 7.5, that works too. That's all they need.
Let's see here.
Man, the kid's still grabbing his right shoulder. I mean, he's got.
I wonder if he's a little banged up.
Yeah. Get rid of a kid. Nope. Takes a sack. Well, can't do that, sunshine.
I don't understand why that's just running between the tackles. You guys have been winning the battle in between the trenches. Run the ball in between the tackles.
Dumb.
Don't worry
They're
about the
dumb.
zone scheme. Run the power scheme right up the middle.
Yeah.
Run your powers. Do not.
You have two guys running this practically the same route. One guy should have just kicked it straight down the middle of the field, so he cuts back into his other wide receiver, man, just to run a fly pattern. Now it's 2nd and 17, and now they run it up the middle. It's like,
Alexander, you guys are ahead of me. Yeah, Grump, it's just you. You're ahead of us, Grumpy. That's fine though. Hey man, you've got some special TV. The internet doesn't like you, but yeah.
Okay.
But the
where are
TV
you? Tell me where you're at right now, TJ.
They're showing a replay of the sack.
Okay.
They're showing number 7 just get bulldozed and giving up the sack there. The running
Let
back.
me know when they hand off the ball to Smith on the next play.
Oh, Grumpy's omnipotent. They're going to hand out the ball to Smith the next play.
I just have a feeling that's going to be the next play.
Okay, they just hand the ball off to Smith.
Okay.
And he still finds a way to get yards, right? First initial point of contact is like 3 or 4 yards to the backfield. He still finds a way to get 3 or 4 yards positive. John M. saying here, if the Islanders play Sorokin, they will win.
Detroit can skate. Detroit, and I tell you what, I keep on hearing how the Islanders' defense isn't good. Salo's not good. Aho's not
dude,
good.
We're gonna. I guarantee you, we're gonna talk about that. I got in a spat with people on social media, Grumpy, yesterday, because I said,
and he fumbled. Woo! Just throw it away. That kid, his shoulder is really hurting. That kid is gutting it out right now. He is really gutting it out. I don't know why they even have him throwing the ball. He's always grabbing the shoulder. Why are they just not running the ball? But the worst play was the first down play where he takes a sack. Gosh darn it. Just oh man, that kid is taking a beating today. A real beating.
God almighty. Here's the thing, Bohannon. If you've got any nuts, get your ass in there. Get your ass in there. I don't know. You suited up. So if worst case scenario, you can get in there. Dude, tough it out for us for 5 minutes, because if you're able to win this, we have a chance to go to the college football playoffs, and you've got about a good solid 2-3 weeks of rest, okay? Your hamstring could be perfectly fine by that. I need 4 minutes from you, Bohannon. Can you do it?
This is a repeat. This is an absolute repeat of last week's game against Oklahoma. Same thing. The officials have.
Okay, Baylor has also shot themselves.
Yeah, and so did Oklahoma last week. So did Oklahoma.
Really? As bad as Baylor has today?
Yeah.
Hold on. Really, Grump? Come on.
Yeah. They move the ball up and down and do something stupid right at the end of the second half. They had 31 points at halftime. That's all they had. What's the rule? Do you field punts inside your 5-yard line? Ever? Do you ever field a punt inside your 5? Ever?
No.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. He's got 3 Baylor guys. And here's the thing. Doesn't even call for fair catch. Just pops it out. They recover, and they score from there. That's how they won. And then they had the officials in the freaking tank not calling pass interference penalties. In the end zone. Tackling guys in the end zone. No calls. Come on. And this guy, you blow on the Oklahoma State guy. Wham! Throw the flag.
Tony G saying Grumpy's TV transcends time and space.
Tony has been on fire today.
Grump, I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom.
Are you kidding me?
I drank a lot of water, man.
Go ahead. I'm continue drinking. Why don't you? Why don't you keep drinking? I mean,
hydrated.
They say you're supposed to drink a lot, right? Every day. What TJ, I think it takes it to another extreme. I mean, I don't know where he got that bottle of water. He obviously didn't travel with the fire hydrant wherever he is. So, good for him. But we're just watching these games, and it's just, it's so, like I said, when I see the officials getting actively involved in outcomes, it just makes me root for another team. It just does. So, it's just frustrating. Like I said, it's just frustrating. So you've turned me into a Baylor fan. I didn't think it was possible after they beat Oklahoma this year. I'm an Oklahoma guy, let's be honest. And then Oklahoma State last week with the help of the officials. It's nice that they have their own crew traveling with them. I think it's mighty good of the Big 12 Conference to do that. But, hey, it kind of is what it is at this point. Can Baylor stop them one more time with the help of the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th man on the field, which are the officials. Can they beat that with just 11? I hope so. I'm certainly rooting for him because that Chapin kid has just put on a great performance today, and you could tell he's hurt. He's really hurt. But what do the imbeciles who coach on the Baylor sideline do? Let's have him continue to throw the ball, even though he's probably got some type of AC joint sprain, as opposed to just running the ball. Why would you run the ball when you got 5, 6, 7 yards of pop? Why would you ever consider doing something like that? I don't know. That's what I would do, but I guess the Baylor coach is no different. You know, you got yourself a 4th down and 1 or 4th down and 2 from your own inside your own 40, all the momentum, and you decide to go for it. I mean, it's just dumb. The coaches are hurting themselves. And here's TJ back. Hopefully, did you wash your hands? You were back awful quick.
Yes, I washed my hands, Grump.
Very quick, as a matter of fact.
Oh man. John M. saying Barzal will have to have the best game of the year. Wings.
Is that not grounding? Is that not grounding? Is that pass not grounding? I thought if you're outside the pocket and you throw the ball out of bounds, it's grounding. At least it was when Baylor was doing it.
Oh man. Let's see.
I mean, just terrible. So go ahead about your hand washing exploits. Did you use soap or just sprinkle a little water, or did you just pee on them and say that that's washing them?
Yeah, just peed on them. That's all it was, Grump. But John M was saying Barzal will have the best game of the year tonight. The Wings will give him room to skate. I hope so. We hope so. Yeah. And then Alexander saying, I hope we get Mario Cristobal. Apparently he didn't accept the contract extension, Grump, from Oregon.
Well, I he just lost last night, so.
Alexander also saying, oh, God, TJ, what's wrong with your damn bladder? Tony G saying, TJ's prostate transcends time and space, too. And then John M saying, get yourself a catheter, TJ.
Real, or even like a little like a bucket, a pee bucket.
Oh, yeah, the bathroom. Yeah, I tell you. I drank too much water. I drank 2 of these so far.
Yeah, I tried to defend you. 2 of those is enough to make you go twice in an hour? I'll tell you what. Are they going to go for it on 4th down? I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Where are they right now in the field? You're ahead of me.
They're at their own 35.
Oh, I don't know. You've got 3 timeouts left. Baylor hasn't been able to move the ball lately. A few run plays, that's about it. You're able to.
They're doing a nice job coming up and tackling Baylor. I mean, I've been impressed.
No, not 4th and 5, man. You got to punt. You got to punt 4th and 5. Hope your defense can go ahead and get them.
Oh, is this the kid who fumbled the last time? Hopefully that piece of shit's out of the game. Put somebody else in. Just let it bounce. I don't want you touching the ball again. Something bad happens. Oh, look at. Oh, he shanked it. Get out of the way. He looks like it hit him. Oh, my God. He's telling him to get out of the way. The kid looks like he wants to run right at it. How can we Baylor this game? That's what they're probably saying.
Oh, man.
How can they Munson that? What do you mean Munson? When you have everything in the palm of your hand, you just give it away?
Kingpin.
There you go.
Alexander said, guys, I had to sell my tickets for tomorrow. I'm sad. Very sad for the Dolphins. Hate to hear that.
Yeah, me too.
The Kingpin.
Hopefully got a good price for him. But it was a Dolphins game, so I don't know how much you get for those. Yes, it was a cheap shot, Alexander. I have to say I'm sorry. I love you. I love you.
John M. saying here, the officials for this game, it's like watching the calls that Bama gets.
Like they got serious calls last week against Auburn. They certainly did. It's just funny how certain teams get certain calls at big moments. Just kind of interesting.
They always do. And Tony G saying, TJ might be the only person where a case of rabies might actually improve his life.
Ouch, man.
Oh, man. I still think I'd be peeing like a maniac. I probably pee, I'd probably pee like 7, 8 times, maybe more, maybe like 10 times sometimes a day.
I don't know.
10 times a day.
That's a lot of times.
It's a lot of water, man. I drink a lot.
It's funny. It's funny. Every time I go everyone knows I go for my walk in the afternoons, and it's a long one. But as soon as I know, I'm like, oh, I'm getting ready to go for a walk. I have to pee every day. It's like clockwork. Oh, got to pee before I walk. There's nothing worse than walking in a neighborhood and having to pee because it's like,
knock on somebody else's door. Can I use your bathroom, sir?
You mind if I come in there? I got to go to the bathroom. I'll use a sink if I have to. Whatever. Can I please do it? No.
Good gracious.
There were a couple times I'm like, man, there's some woods over here. I said, you know what? The last thing I want to get popped in my own neighborhood peeing in the woods, though.
4 minutes, roughly about 4 minutes left, Grump.
Here's your 4-minute offense.
Who do you have it? Who do you have is winning right now?
I'm rooting for Baylor right now, so I'm going to go Baylor.
Okay. I think Baylor, hey, seriously, run the ball in between the tackles, run the freaking ball. Don't do anything dumb. Do not. Honestly, I wouldn't throw another pass the rest of the game if I'm Baylor.
The kid's hurt. His shoulder's hurt.
He's hurt. Unless you're putting another guy in, unless you're going to say, hey, Bohannon, go out there and throw the football. I know your hamstring's a little banged up, but I just want you sitting in the pocket and throwing the ball. I'm sorry. The kid, I mean, Shapen's banged up. He's not looked the same with the injured shoulder. Do not tell him to throw the freaking ball.
I find it laughable. They're putting out a new Star Wars type thing on Disney Plus. The legend Boba Fett. Boba Fett was a nothing character in the Star Wars movies. A nothing character. Absolutely nothing.
It's about the cartoons and all this other stuff now, Grump.
Well, you know what? They suck.
Oh, come on, man. What do you mean they suck?
You heard me.
Just because you don't like them doesn't mean they suck. I think they're okay.
I like the original Star Wars movies.
What are the original Star Wars movies, Grump? We're Gallus.
All right, here, first of all, the game's back on right now. So,
okay.
And here's they run the ball first down. Number seven runs tentative for the first time all day, loses 2. I'm sorry. How do you get tentative there?
Couldn't tell you.
I mean,
I haven't seen it play yet, so I couldn't tell you yet.
We were right on key. I don't care. I'm not pausing again for you.
No, he was trying to find the hole. It was clogged up. They had pressure. Here it is. Just let the clock tick. All right, hold on. Is Oklahoma State already calling timeouts?
Oklahoma State called their first timeout. Yep.
Wow. Well, if you don't stop them here, if you don't stop them, force a 3 and out, you're in trouble.
That's right. But here's the thing: Baylor's helping them by having number 7 all of a sudden play Teddy tentative right at the end here.
Oh no, it's because everything was clogged up. He's not a tentative runner. Everything was clogged up.
Well, hit it hard. I don't care.
Hit it hard. Usually,
he's not a pity pat. Don't pity pat. The thing I complimented him on earlier is he's not a pity pat runner. He pity patted that one. Run it hard.
Give me that one more time, Grump. Give me that one more time.
Hit it hard. Got it. That's a pity pat. Play a little raindrop music.
Oh
my God, he's throwing again. Nope, he's running. He gets dragged down. Why? I'm sorry.
His shoulder's too banged up to be thrown, in my opinion, be throwing the ball.
He can barely get up off the ground. And they called their second timeout. Oh, we dragged him down by his jersey. Lucky that wasn't the Oklahoma State quarterback. That would have been horse collar, even though he grabbed him to the front of the shirt. Still would have been a horse collar. Are you allowed to grab a guy by the front of his shirt and drag him down?
You have Grumpy, you've got your microphone on the front of your shirt now, so don't forget.
Oh yeah, sorry.
He did that. I was like, whoa. Look at that. I like it though, Grump. I'm happy you've got the microphone down though, dude. I'm excited. I'm excited for you, Grump.
Me too, because then I don't have to hear how you are once again yelling and screaming at me to do this, do that.
John M. saying, I didn't know Grump was a Flintstone sounds effect crew member.
Yeah. I'm multifaceted, John. Thank you.
Oh,
I don't hear a lot of noise downstairs, and I don't see the guy who was working on the house, his truck. So maybe he's gone.
Maybe your house is completed and done then, Grump.
Okay, it might be. Some things might be done, but I'm going to tell you what, it's dirty because there's dirt all over the place. They're putting in you put in new floors.
I'll be honest with you. I hate this time period of the game. I'm sorry to interrupt, but because they're going to go to all these TV timeouts over and over and over again. You just think to yourself like, Jesus Christ, come on, man. We should like a little quick 30-second, minute-long timeouts.
Like I said, you pay more money for the commercials at crunch time. That's why the Brie Larson commercials were on early in the game, because she's got absolutely no pull at all. I'm still stunned that they would use her driving a truck. Hi, I'm Brie Larson. If I know how to drive, maybe you do too. If I can drive, you can. I used to be Captain Marvel, but I was such a failure that they turned the second movie into the Marvels because I couldn't pull off the first one.
What? No, honestly, I don't watch any of those superhero movies.
Really?
No, I
Oh,
don't
that's
watch.
right. You
I
don't
don't
watch
watch
any movies.
superhero movies. I watch occasionally, like one. I watched one. Shang-Chi was good. I watched that one. That was pretty good. I don't. Just something about like certain
Okay.
superheroes. Like, here's the thing. Do you remember Ant-Man? Okay,
Yeah.
it's a funny movie, but
Yeah.
there's something about somebody being the size so small, having superpowers. I don't like. I
But
just
then he
don't
could
like it.
blow
I'm like,
himself up
"Eh."
too with the suit. He had the suit. It shrunk him down and it blew him up. See, obviously you don't know anything about it, about
But when I
Ant-Man.
hear a character, when I hear a superhero called Ant-Man, I just go, no, thank you.
It's the suit. Well, see, that's because you're a snob. Now, what about Iron Man?
I'm a
Iron
snob.
Man seems like a pretty cool character.
Iron Man was a good movie. I watched the Iron Mans, yeah.
Thor's
Oh, yeah,
cool.
he's okay. I don't need to be watching like freaking like Wasp, like Ant-Man and the Wasp. Like, what the hell are these characters? Like Superman. I get like I know the popular ones. I don't need to be hearing about all these crazy new ones that are just like stupid. Oh,
All right, you talk about Shang-Chi, right? And I watched it, I enjoyed it, but what was his power? That he's like a lady who has like a whole bunch of rings. I mean, is that
rings.
it? Oh, look,
I,
I
I
got
wasn't a
rings.
big fan of the power. I
Woo!
wasn't a big fan of the power, but I enjoyed the movie. The movie was
The
okay.
funniest part of Shang-Chi for me, the funniest part, nothing else even close. Probably the best part of the whole movie was when they had the fat guy sitting on the bus trying to narrate a kung fu scene that was going on in the back of the bus. It was opening in the movie, and he's like, "Hey, I can grade this movie. I can grade this fight because I took a karate class once." I thought it was absolutely hilarious, and I
Hey,
butchered it, but it was still funny.
you did. You did. I got.
There's
I
my
know
boy
what you're
number
talking about.
12, short pass to 86, who does not get the first down.
What was like third in a mile, man?
Well, that's what happens when just dumb.
Hmm.
Final timeout by Oklahoma State. 3.5 minutes in college football is like an eternity, though.
I was
They're
about
in
to
four
say,
down
'cause every
territory
time
now.
the clock stops, you get a first down or go out of bounds.
They're in 4 down territory here. And the officials are going, shit, okay, looks like we're going to have to go back in the tank.
Time to reach deep into our pockets and find a pass interference call.
Yeah.
Oh, good gracious.
Oh, the fumble. Oh, my God, the fumble. Ebner, the fumble. Terrible. Oh, just Baylor's failures.
I'll be honest with you. Baylor has done anything and everything they can to try to lose, and Oklahoma State, that Sanders kid has been awful. Here's
This
the
is
thing. If Oklahoma State makes it in the college football playoffs, yikes.
they're losing to Georgia.
They're going to get their ass kicked by
I'm
Georgia.
surprised the kid punted.
If he's thrown 12 picks this season, Sanders has, and he's thrown 7 against Baylor. He might throw 27 interceptions against Georgia.
Okay, well, they're going to have to go 90 yards in 3 minutes and 23 seconds because the kid, once again, running backwards, feels a punt over his shoulder, falls down inside the 10. Let it bounce. Let it bounce. The kid hit the ball, 60 yards in the air? Let it bounce.
Sanders is putting up some career high numbers today, though.
Yeah, he's got 4 interceptions. I think that is a career high. Oh, there you go.
John M. saying, I'm with you, TJ, about those Marvel movies. Thank you, John. I'm just like, some of them are okay, but other ones I'm like, the characters, I'm just like, no.
Yeah. I mean, let's see if they run no huddle here. Another interception by Sanders, the way to go. They are he's running. Oh, nope. Nice pass completed. Get him down, fellas. Wrap tackle. You've been doing it all game now. Oh, of course, to help knee injury for number 45, Jackson. What a perfect time for the Baylor kid to get hurt, to give another timeout to Oklahoma State.
Give him another chance to get a few plays out there.
Maybe he's in the bag too.
No, stop. He signed a national letter of intent. He's got name, image, and likeness contract. That's what it was. Did you hear, by the way, Quinn Ears, the guy who was the number 1 recruit out of last year's football class. He committed to Ohio State, made a little over $1 million off his name, image, and likeness without playing a single down, I believe, at Ohio State, is going to be transferring. Isn't it crazy how much these kids are going to get paid now? Nuts. It's freaking nuts.
Yeah, well, you know what? More power to them. But the whole thing is you're going to have to produce on the field.
Yes. Well, or be a highly recruited player, because we see what that gets you too.
Yeah. I don't understand these companies. Like I said, I don't understand Brie Larson getting hired for a truck.
Yeah. What else?
I mean, well, any of these kids.
Oh, I almost got him.
Okay. Are you ahead of me again now?
I'm telling you, I don't understand, Grumpy. Your TV is transcending time and space. And my phone, I didn't do anything different. I'm not changing anything on it. Just like sometimes I'm ahead of you, sometimes I'm behind you. Don't ask me how it works. Grump, I don't know.
Okay. Well, I've sped it up. Like I said, I'm here pausing. Ugh, man, he's getting lit up too. And he makes a catch on one of those jump ball plays.
God damn it. They get far ahead of me.
I don't care. They just run for a first down. Ugh. 252. They got the ball.
He literally just went ahead and just a typical Sanders move. He had mid-hit just throws the ball up for grabs. That's how you've thrown 4 freaking picks today. Has Coach Gundy not told you on the sidelines, Sanders, if you're getting hit, freaking take a sack? God damn it. Like that, you had a chance just to lose the entire chance of a drive here just with a dumb throw like that as you're getting hit. Oh, big run. They're moving the sticks.
And then they complete a short pass, and the kid gets out of bounds for the next play. That's my prediction.
Probably that's your prediction, Gro?
Probably little short wide receivers screen pass and
a little bubble screen, Grumpy. He got it back. Yeah. Grumpy, that's a good prediction, man.
Yeah, I could tell that was the next play coming. I could tell.
Good thought, man. You're right on time. You're right on time.
Good.
Oh, and I think I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the podcast, but if you've made it here this far the way through, if you enjoy the content, these live streams, number one, we do them for big games. We're going to be doing them. We'll be doing it for the college playoffs. We'll be doing it for the college football playoffs, just the college. Oh my God, the college bowl games. We'll be doing it for the college bowl games. To make sure you don't miss out on any of the action, make sure you subscribe on YouTube, like on Facebook, and follow on Twitter. We also do the general podcast where we talk all things sports on Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ugh.
Yeah, you should have mentioned that earlier, not in the last 2 minutes of the damn game.
I think I mentioned it earlier, but I forgot. Grump, we've been on for a while now, man.
And I tell you what, they're letting an awful lot of hold. Get this kid. Truck him. Man, I tell you what, Sanders taking some punishment too. They have to score a touchdown, though.
Yes.
That's the thing. They have to score a touchdown here.
Jesus, I'm shocked he didn't slide. That's a huge hit right to the ribs like that. That's why those flasks, those little.
I don't know why this kid is warming up his shoulder. He ain't been able to throw in the whole second half.
Got to toughen up over there.
No, let him get out of bounds. Where's this guy going? Where's this piece of shit ref going? Specs, you bastard. Why'd you give him an extra 2 yards? My God.
John M saying, yeah, Baylor going to throw this game away. That's what it looks like. Oklahoma State is sure as hell not good enough, I don't think, based off of what we saw today. And I mean, Baylor's had every which opportunity just screwed up.
Very close to a first down. Specs called him a little bit short. That guy, he's a shitty referee. He looks like a bowl of Jell-O out there with glasses.
Oh, man, Rex Specs. Jesus. Go. You want to talk about – whoo! I tell you, man, you want to talk about a good ending?
Look at Baylor. Let's go. Yes, I know I cost the game with that freaking idiotic going for it on 4th down. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, that's right. We gave up a touchdown. Yeah, jackass.
Grump coming unglued. Grumpy's going a little bit, man. I tell you, this is what I expect to see. This kid's eating his fingernails on national TV.
I don't know who that played.
Good gracious, man.
So Baylor called the timeout.
Yes, they're the only. Yeah, Baylor's the only team that has any timeouts left.
Yeah,
they're trying to get the right personnel out there, get their guys a breather, make sure they're set. Oh, Jesus, Here's the thing. If Baylor was able to move the football, I'd say just allow them to score the touchdown real quick and then try to score one back. But they have been so inept offensively.
Yeah, look at the energy of the two sidelines, though, right?
The momentum and the tides have completely shifted. Completely shifted.
3rd and 1. Yeah, it's a
Just
pass.
if I'm Oklahoma State, just run the football. Run the ball up the middle.
Why? They beat them on slant pattern. 1:45, reset the clock, of course. That's why this is an eternity, honestly. An eternity.
Holy shit. Baylor just shit the bed, and they're going to lose because they shit the bed. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man.
This is a repeat of the Oklahoma. Again, another timeout? Why are you calling timeouts? You might actually need them when you give up a score. You might actually need the timeouts, jackass. Why don't you let them score and then go try to get a field goal and you have 3 timeouts left? What a dope.
I don't get the timeout there. I don't get the timeout right there. Run the football. They've got 1:38 left. They have not been. Oh, Jesus Christ.
2nd and 7, and you burn another timeout. What a jacket. What a dope. What a dope for a head coach. What a dope.
Jesus Christ.
You know what? He's pushed every wrong button today. Every single wrong button.
Tony G saying Baylor shit the bed and TJ probably pissed his. John M saying, yeah, seems like there's a lot of thinkers in the stands, just like Isles Girl 3, Kim. Yeah, they're like this.
Yes, very, very pensive.
Hemming and hawing of what's going on. Yeah, I tell you, I don't get the time out there at all. Jesus Christ. Put pressure in Sanders.
Stop him! I mean, it's 4 down territory, obviously.
Jesus Christ.
Why are they calling another timeout? My God!
Holy shit.
All right. Well, guess what? He has no more timeouts left, so he can't do it again. All he's doing is helping Oklahoma State. You keep on letting them regroup on the sideline and set up for play calls. Get your head out of your ass, Chief.
I've never seen something so.
Look at this fan going, my coach is a freaking moron. Oh, look, you're on TV. Yeah, thanks, honey. Yeah. That's why I paid for these tickets so you could point that I'm on television. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, he's like, yeah, thanks. I know. Terrific, awesome.
Well, at least he can't call any more timeouts. I mean, how dumb? How dumb? Just how dumb?
Think about this. You haven't been able to move the football at all in the second half. Not at all. You haven't scored any points in the second half. None. And here we are in a situation with Oklahoma State driving with the clock expiring. You keep on giving them timeouts, allowing them to run the football, which is what they want to do. Sanders has thrown 4 freaking interceptions today, and you keep giving them extra time on the clock to run the ball by calling timeouts.
Oh, he threw a flag again! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You have to be kidding me!
Holy shit! What an awful call! What a shitty call!
I cannot believe he's making that when he let the Oklahoma guy let the Oklahoma State drag the Oklahoma guy in the end zone. I'm sorry. That is not pass interference. Absolutely not. Absolute. Like I said, the officials are absolutely in it. I hope Alabama wins today because I don't want to see Oklahoma State in the Final Four. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm rooting for Alabama this afternoon. And I'm rooting for Cincinnati. Cincinnati. That's what I'm rooting for.
Fuck. God almighty, dude. That is a shitty ass call. I'll tell you.
You cannot make that call there. Well, the timeouts, the game would be over, except asshole ball burned all his timeouts. Just dumb. What a moron. What a freaking this guy. You know what? What a dumb bastard. I'm sorry.
God almighty.
He didn't make it. He didn't make it. He's not even close. He's not even close. 3rd and goal. I'll tell you what, though, TJ, it's been a good game. It's gone right down to the wire. One way.
It's been a good game, but it's been look at that. Jesus Christ. It's been a good game because of incompetence regarding coaching, incompetence by the officiating crew, and incompetence by your kicker.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Your kickers missed 2 freaking chip shots.
Here's your
You
pass.
went for it on.
And it's going to be a 4th down. It's coming to last play. Ooh, last
Oh
play.
my God. Yeah, Jesus. He's look at number 89. The tight end was looking for a flag in the end zone too.
Yeah,
Like,
that's all they're looking for is, hey, come on. We paid you good money.
Oh, goodness gracious. John M saying, Grump is killing me. Bad coaching, making way too much money. Yeah.
Yeah.
John M also
Get
saying,
off the field, assholes. The clock. Why did they reset the game clock? It was down to 15 seconds and they reset it, put it back to 25. Why?
Because sometimes they do that regarding the change.
What are they
Regarding the
doing?
change,
What are they
substitutions.
doing? Why are they stopping the clock? What is going on?
Jesus
what the hell
Christ.
is going on? They don't know what they're doing. My God. The officials, it's what a disaster. They're running around. Baylor, get on the fucking line of scrimmages. What are you doing staring at the sidelines? Touchdown. What? Get to him, get to him, get to him. He did not make it. He did not make it. What a play by 42. What a play by 42. Even the official. Now, here's the thing. Do you take a safety here?
No. I QB sneak the ball. QB sneak the ball as many times as possible.
What are you doing?
QB sneak right there. Bam, 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 bam. Have 2 guys, have a running back, have your fullback literally just come in and pound the piss out of him afterwards. And, dude, what? Number 42.
That's what I said, number 42.
Number 42. You know what it is, man? Number 42 needs some sort of like, you ever see Grumpy Old Man to have like, hey, is your house secured? And they have like the lock commercials, like where they make sure that you've got something that's securing you. That guy just saved the game for Baylor. Number 42.
Man, oh man. What a play by 42. What a play.
Fantastic.
What a play. That's play of the game right there. That's play of the game. What a play by that kid.
I'll be honest, number 27, pathetic, brother. You know what? I need you to cut it up. I need you to freaking have the size.
We're too late. Oh my God. Just QB sneak it. They're going to get a safety. You watch. Oh, all right. He got it. He got in. That's it. That's ball game. That's ball game. Game over.
Boom. Holy hell, Grumpy. Damn. Game. Woo. 42, fantastic job. Saving incompetence by the coaching staff, saving incompetence by the kicker. 42. Oh, you know what? There's no real need. I mean, I get it that you guys won the conference championship.
College football expansion as soon as 2024 is in jeopardy, the Big 12 commissioner says. Why? Talks of so why? They should implement that for next year. What? Why the delays? Why do you have to delay this? You greedy bastards. They're just all the pigs at the trough. That's what the whole thing's about. We want more money.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, man. It's the only color they see is green.
Here's what the girl should say. Hey, coach, even after all the stupid calls you made and your kicker missing kicks, how do you feel about winning this game when your incompetence practically and burning all those timeouts practically cost your team a shot to win this game? How do you feel about that?
Well, our guys went out there. They fought hard. We did exactly what we need to do. We executed the game plan perfectly. It was a lot of heart and soul by this team. You know, this is something we're going to build off of, and hopefully we're going to be in the college football playoffs.
Yeah. We need to do more of these because it gets my blood pumping.
Dude, I'm looking forward to doing the college football play. I'm looking forward to do the college bowl games. I'm looking forward to doing the college football playoffs. Trump, I like doing the live streams during the games. People like them too, so I enjoy them as well.
Yeah, I hate doing the Islander ones because that's when the F-bombs fly when Bailey's playing. I forget who called him Invisibailey, but it's just perfect.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
And if the season goes in the tank, it's just going to be worse and worse. I can just feel it. I can feel the anger boiling in me.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Tony G is saying, I'm not one for conspiracy theories, but those quals were quite questionable. For certain they would. For certain they were. John M also saying neither of these teams deserve a playoff spot. That's for certain.
True.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Tony G is saying, thanks for the great content again, boys. If I don't see you guys tonight for an Islander stream, have a good evening. It was a great time, he says. Well, thanks,
Tony was
Tony
on
G.
fire today.
Tony was. He was. Hodaz saying, I've really been loving the real raging energy, Grumps.
Yeah, that's the way I am in real life. I hate to tell you. I try to keep myself calm because TJ's always yelling at me for being too crazy.
He said I had to turn down the volume a few times.
Sorry. And that's probably with this new microphone too.
Oh, good. Oh, that's why I said we had to have the microphone really before you did any of the live streams too, or during the games, because I knew you'd be standing up. Now you can be more animated as you always are, and we could make sure we hear you.
Yeah, I will. Even though I'm not doing here, I probably will when I'm downstairs in my regular area. I might be jumping off the couch. Who knows?
Just good gracious, John M saying, guys, appreciate the game live stream. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Eli saying, are you guys live streaming during the Islanders game or after? Also, great stream. I like these watch-alongs. We might not be doing the live stream. We won't be doing one during the game today. We might. I'm out of town, so you could tell like I got a little bit of a different setup here. I'm out of town,
and you have like an event, right, or something.
I'm at an event this evening. That being said, if the Islanders lose later on this evening, so maybe like 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we will be having a Islanders State of the Emergency podcast if the Islanders lose 10 games in a row. I promise you that. If we win, maybe we won't do one. Just depends on how we're all holding up or how I'm holding up. But yes, we might have one later on tonight. Keep your eyes peeled. But we'll make sure we post on it if we are going to do one. We'll make sure we post on about like an hour ahead of time on social media, on Twitter and Facebook. And John M. also saying here, like watching Auburn games with the alumni groups where they're all going like that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. It is. Grumpy, thank you for your time today. Thank you for being here on the podcast as always.
And I just want to say love and laughter to everyone who listens, and even those who don't, from TJ and the Grumpy Old Man.
And thank you, Grumpy, for being honest. And thank you, everybody who tuned in and listened. Again, you guys are what make these things fun, and watching the games and talking with friends. That's what we enjoy doing. So thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you, Grumpy.
My pleasure.